Hey guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Throwback Thursday right here where all my Clock Blockers morning family at family. Super excited to be hanging out with you all this morning. Hey, look, we're gonna keep it positive. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it right on into the morning. Want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. That's with a PH. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. If y'all don't know who I am, I don't know what y'all have been doing, but I am Stephen D. You can follow me on social media at Stephen D, SKPL, spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure you check us out. Also follow Miami Sports Music at MIA Sports Music on Twitter and at Miami Sports Music on all the rest of the social media platforms. Hey, make sure when you guys come on in or ladies come on in, make sure you hit that like button. Give us 2 thumbs up. Give us 2 thumbs up. Not just one, give us 2. 2 thumbs. Let's go. Let's go. Give us a thumbs up. We'd love to see you. Love for you to be able to do that. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is free. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's a big thing, too. Hey, look, if you want to sign up to become a member today, there are plenty of seats at the table for you. We'd love to see you sign up and become part of the family. Yes, would love to see you sign up and become part of the family. Beautiful people that are over here. Lance McDonald. Lance, you were part of the family. What happened? Super excited. Big Dougie B, Ryan AP, 1234Fs, Flipside Fishing, and Jose Valdez. They're all part of the family. Trucker Sean, 1981. They can tell you how it is to be part of the family. We'd love to see you part of the family too. If you want to help the channel grow by donating, look, only if you're able to. It's a big, it definitely helps. It goes such a long way. I don't care if it's even $1, okay? First way, there's actually 4 ways now to give, okay? First way is the YouTube live super chat or button, which is the $ down at the bottom of the live chat, okay? The second way is through Cash App, $ MSM Podcast Network, and also the PayPal MSM Podcast Network. The fourth way is a brand new way that YouTube just started. If you're rewatching this and you're not rewatching live, below, if you're not watching live, all of the former videos now, if you go and take a look at them, they have a new thing underneath the video here that has a heart and a $ in it. It's called Super Thanks. It's brand new to our channel. We just got it in the last 24 hours. And now we are able to use that for you guys to donate to the channel. So we don't have to be live for you guys to give anymore, at least on the YouTube side. So we ask that if you're rewatching this, that you go ahead and you hit the Super Thanks button and you're able to donate that way. It's the heart with the $ in the middle if you're rewatching this and you're not watching it live, okay? All right. Also, hey, look, if you guys give in $5 entries, and this is the week of April. No, we're not in April anymore. May the 6th. Okay, ending in May the 6th. This is what we're giving away this week. The Blitz Boys 8x10 autographed Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. If you donate to the channel in increments of $5, you will be entered to win this giveaway that we do each and every Friday, courtesy of ZSM Sports. Shout out to Zachary and ZSM Sports. Follow them on Instagram at SportsZSM and on Twitter at ZSM_sports. Make sure you follow them. They got a lot of really cool sports memorabilia. But what we're giving away this weekend, if you donate in increments of $5, we are giving away an autographed Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, 8x10 Blitz Boys. Our main sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter, absolutely amazing. Make sure you follow them on all your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Tailgreeter, TAILGREETER. Make sure you download the free app on your current Apple or Android device today. Okay? All righty then. What's up? How's it going? Super excited that y'all chose to see me this morning. Little crazy. Let's see what we got going on here. We got Manza Chills in here, God Soldier, Lance McDonald, 1234 Epps. Who else I got up in it? Rick Spar. What's up, man? Hey, man, look, I had some personal stuff I had to take care of this morning. Apologize for being late. Man's a chill. Laura Browning, hello. Who else I got? Ryan AP. Andres is in the building. Jamal Orange. Mark K. What's up, Mark K? Chef Jew. MCJB. Paris from Hellfins Dolphins. DDG is in here. What is going on? God Soldier. Okay, so before I get started into anything, let's kind of go over what happened last night in the world of Miami before we dive into this Dolphin stuff, which is going to be a little crazy in here again, just like it was yesterday morning. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. All right, if you went and looked last night, the Miami Heat played Game 2 last night against the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Miami Heat won 119-103. Great game as far as I'm concerned. They looked, I'm sorry, here we go. They looked really good. They took care of business. Again, Kyle Lowry sitting out. If you look, Jimmy Butler had 22 points. Bam had 23. And Victor Oladipo, 19. Tyler Herro with 18. They just look good. And again, Kyle Lowry's not even playing. But to the Sixers standpoint, Ben Simmons isn't either. James Harden with 20 points. Tyrese Maxey with 34 and Tobias Harris with 21. But they got their number. They got their number. And if, they head to Philadelphia starting tomorrow night, we'll see how that series turns out. I like it. It'll be very, very interesting to see here. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? So this morning we also have, the Miami Marlins who played again last night. And the Miami Marlins, unfortunately, losing again by 1 run. So they lost 3 straight after winning, I think, 7 or 8 straight. And the problem with that is they just lost by 1 run. Again, Arizona scoring 5 runs in the 4th and a couple runs late in the 9th to win the game, especially when the Marlins had their closer on. It was tough. Miami was up 7-6 going into the 9th. Arizona scores 2 runs. And then the Marlins can't score anything in the bottom of the 9th to win the game, which sucks, to lose that to Arizona, because Arizona, they're very similar to us. They're 13-13. We're 12-12. I don't think we see them again at all this year. But I was hoping to take at least one from them. But we got a big series coming up here soon. I believe it's tomorrow. I don't think they play today. Today's a travel day, if I'm correct. They played today at 9:40. Excuse me. They play at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time against the San Diego Padres. I believe it's a 4-game series over on the West Coast. So they finished the game last night and then traveled to the West Coast. So that'll be interesting. San Diego, 16-9, one of the best teams in baseball. You really want to stack up this team against what they're going to do? We'll see what happens. Okay. So shout out to the Marlins. Hopefully they do their thing tonight. Tonight as well, the Florida Panthers will be playing Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Stanley Cup finals playoffs. So I am excited for that. That should be a lot of fun. Playing against the Capitals, Game 2 tonight. We'll see how they stack up against them. They lost Game 1 4-2. Capitals scoring 3 goals in the 3rd period. We'll see what happens tonight. I believe tip-off is at 7, if I'm correct. And so we'll have to see what happens. So I'm excited about the game. Florida Panthers just need to bring it together, get a win. If they can get a win out of it, I think it'll be good. Okay? So we'll have to see what goes on. So that's enough about Florida sports. Oh, F1 this weekend. That'll be a lot of fun. In Miami, they had their media night last night. That was a lot of look. That place is awesome down at the Hard Rock. I know they're going to be doing a lot more stuff there going into the future. So I am very, very excited. Ryan AP said, best morning show right here for Dolphins fans. He's been a member for 5 months. Shout out to Ryan P. Thank you for being a member for 5 months, man. Super excited that you are. Let's see here. This morning, I wake up and I get on Twitter, because that's one of the very first things I do is I get on Twitter. And one of the things that bothers me is when I see Dolphins fans ripping each other. And that's what I've been seeing the last 48 hours with this, I'm going to call it nonsense. Look, we go through free agency. We have a good free agency. This is after dealing with the mess with Brian Flores and them firing him and going through all that, right? And then, give me 1 second. Let me just blow my nose real quick, guys. And then to see the Dolphins do what they did in free agency and then go through the draft, I think it's been great, right? I think it's been absolutely amazing. I was like, we're done with the offseason nonsense. We dealt with it with Ross. We dealt with it with Flores. Whatever, however the chips fall is how it's going to be. Now, yesterday or the day before, we get this reaction on the Big O show when Omar Kelly does his weekly thing on Big O's channel. And he pretty much says, hey, look, Tua was playing golf on game day. We go into a big deal of it yesterday. We talk a lot about it yesterday on our channel. We had a big fan panel. We talked a lot about it. I was of the mindset, this is silly. This is stupid that we're talking about it. There's no reason to be, there's not a big reason to be talking about it, right? And then it's released yesterday on Big O's show again, because he's the one who said it, that it was the Thursday game that it happened with. It was the Thursday night game. So him and Cameron Wolf, who covers the Dolphins or covered the Dolphins, works for the NFL channel now, went and played a round of golf that morning. And this is in response because him and Brian Flores were at odds, and Flores said, you're not healthy enough to play. And I put that in quotations, not healthy enough to play. Are you kidding me? He goes and plays a round of golf pretty much to give the big middle finger, essentially, to Flores, saying, look, I was healthy enough to play a round of golf this morning. You're telling me I'm not healthy enough to play tonight? Obviously, he didn't start that game. Jacoby Brissett did. They get into halftime. They make the switch. Now, what we also didn't realize is that same week, it was reported through Dolphins people that cover the team, Dolphins beat writers, except it was a little, I don't want to say false. I don't know if it was bad information or they were trying to cover for Tua or whatever. It was stated that same week that Tua played golf the very next morning, that Friday morning. And that's, if he was so hurt, why didn't he play golf the next morning? This has been one big cluster all of a sudden again. Off the field drama. And you know what? I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of it. I want to talk about on the field stuff. And to me, this Tua, did he play golf? Did he not? Is the silliest, stupidest conversation to have. You can disagree with me if you want. This is my channel. It's what I feel. Feel free to change it if you don't like it. Why do we keep on consistently trying to bring up stuff from the past and trying to engage in this craziness? Yesterday I said, you know what? I believe what Omar is doing is he has every right to do. He's a beat reporter. He's somebody who covers the team. let him say what he's going to say. I have to admit, in 24 hours, my theory about that has changed. And let me tell you why. Every morning I do a morning show. Almost every morning. And almost every day I start at 9 a.m. I didn't today. Okay. I think that for me, sorry, feeling a little under weather this morning. I think that for me, that it's tough to talk. I said this yesterday. I'm just going to repeat it myself a little bit. It's tough to talk about the same news story every day. During the season is great because you get about a week's worth of stuff, then another game, then you can go talk about that game, and you get 17 weeks of just talking about new stuff. And that doesn't include the preseason. And that doesn't include training camp. So when preseason and training camp get in, you get a whole other, stuff worth to talk about. Every day there's something new to talk about. And that's great. And I love that. During the off season, this is my first off season doing the show, you gotta reach sometimes for new stuff. Now let's talk about clickbait and let's talk about saving stuff for later in the off season. If this was such a big deal, why not bring this up and release it at the time? Now I have theories about Omar and why he's bringing this up now. But to me, that's irrelevant. And to me, that would be throwing, slander at the man who I have to believe is doing his job. And you can feel free to think about Omar how you feel about him. I have my ways of thinking about him. I don't think he cares what I think. I run a small YouTube morning show. Who cares? That's fine. And I don't blame him for, wanting to, hey, let me play this, let me say this now on May 1st or the week of May after the draft because there's nothing else to really talk about. He's got a job to do. I get that. And right now people are talking about him and they're talking about what he said, which probably makes his bosses very, very, very happy. Okay? But as a fan, and as somebody who does cover this team every day on a day in, day out basis on my morning show, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Like, seriously, Scapey, you say soon to be, like, people are clicking. People are clicking on it. People want to know what he thinks. Omar, you are more than welcome to come on my channel at any point and give your side of why bring this up now compared to back then. I would be interested to know your side of the story on that. But the conversation and context is silly because it's real easy to say, hey, look, I'm not going to name my sources and I'm not going to tell you what game it was, but he played golf the morning of a game. Well, we only played one night game last year, if I'm correct. Maybe two, but one that I can think off the top of my head, that Thursday game. So, of course, you're going to think, oh, my God, a Sunday 1 o'clock game? He's playing golf the morning of? That wasn't even – so you come on now. So the conversation yesterday, for the most part, people have in their minds that he played a round of golf during a Sunday 1 o'clock game. Really? It was a Thursday 8 o'clock, 8:25 kickoff game, p.m. You wake up. What can I do to stay loose? It's not a regular game day. I'll go play golf. I'll go play golf early in the morning. Keep myself loose for the day. All meanwhile to also say to my coach, hey, I'm healthy enough to play. I'm playing a round of golf. So, and the other problem I have with bringing this up now is Flores isn't even there anymore. Why are you trying to create drama if you want to see this team succeed? No, I don't put it past Omar to think that he wants to see this team succeed. I think he does. I think he does. Deep down. But I think he cares more about his job, which maybe he should, because that's what's paying his bills. That's what's feeding his family. I'm all for it. I get it. I'm trying to raise money on my channel. I'm trying to do my thing. But it bothers me. It bothers me to the umpth degree that the very first thing I read this morning on Twitter is Omar, it was Big O saying, hey guys, just so you know, it was the Thursday game. Come on, Big O. And what I will say about Big O, who, by the way, I like Big O. Don't get it twisted. The guy gave me a show on his former platform. Love the guy. Don't have anything real bad to say about Big O. I know some of you don't like him. I do. I'm grateful to the man. But I will say, from his standpoint, I think he calls out Omar on his channel. But I think you also let some things settle. And that's fine. Omar is a regular on his channel. There's some things he's not going to do to make sure that stays, because Omar equals clicks. People have clicked on his channel. They've listened to that segment now. His clicks are going up, and that's good for him. And from what I see, and I can admit, I don't watch anybody fooling through because I'm worried about what I'm doing. I really don't want to watch, and this includes TD or Doug or whoever. I'll go and give a like. I'll click it. I'll watch a couple of minutes of it, but I don't want to watch the whole thing because I don't want it to change the way that I do show stuff on my morning show or influence. Oh my God, hey, they're doing this. Maybe I should do this. I don't want that to be the case because I don't ever want people to think I'm stealing from somebody. I don't want it to influence me subconsciously. And that's what it is. But I love Big O. And I do think that from what I see, he calls out Omar and his stuff. But what I want to see is, give me the whole story if you're going to let something come out, Omar. Because what I feel that you did this past week is you gave a little breadcrumb of the story. You allowed the fan base to run wild with it on social media. And then Big O had the chance. He cleaned it up on his own show a day later. Hey, just so you know, it was the Thursday game. Who cares if he plays golf? Do you really care if he plays golf? Like, be honest with me. Do you really care? Does it change the way you go about your day? Does it change the way you root for the team? If it changes the way you root for the team, we need to have a bigger talk. This is stupid. Okay? Stupid. By the way, we won the game. And it was because of Tua, as far as I'm concerned. The game was close at halftime. It was 6-3. We didn't have that game won by any stretch of the imagination. I hesitated talking about this today because I didn't want the conversation to be, oh, Steven was talking about Omar or Steven was talking about Big O. I'm not. I do question Omar a little bit, and I'd like to have him on the show to say, hey, look, why would you come out with it now? Like, what's the point of it coming out with it now? Why is it such a big deal? I'd like to have that one-on-one with him to ask him that. It bothers me. It's May the 5th. We just had a great, amazing, one of the best off seasons in NFL history. We have a brand new coach. We have a quarterback and the head coach who's getting along, which we supposedly haven't had for the last 3 years. Why tear down Tua there? There's no point in it. There's none. He hasn't played a snap for McDaniel yet. Don't tell me about the playbook either, y'all. He hasn't played a snap for McDaniel yet. Everybody's learning the playbook. You come to me week 4, week 5. If we're 1-4 or 2-3 and Tua is struggling, I can deal with the argument then about Tua in the playbook. I can deal and live with Tua needs to stop playing golf and go into the playbook then. I'm just saying. That's what I think. I don't know if y'all agree with me. Y'all might not. But what I don't want, and I'm sure will happen, but what I hope doesn't happen, is my rant this morning was not about Omar, and it was not, and I do want I would like it on record that I would like to talk to Omar. I'd like to ask him why, okay? But the conversation itself and the rant itself was not about him and was not about Big O. It is about the conversation of this golf mess and why this is still a relevant news cycle on May the 5th. It's stupid. Stupid. By the way, I'm not a Tua supporter or a Tua hater. I am neutral. I want to see the man succeed. I want to see him win. I want to see him do great. And I am a very optimistic Dolphins fan. I should be. I'm a fan. Okay. That's my rant for this morning. Now, I know some of you probably feel, no, it's not stupid. He was playing golf on a work day. He was playing golf on, he was scheduled to go in. The game kickoff was at 8:25 p.m. He had to be there at earliest, 5 p.m.? So that leaves him waking up at 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. to do whatever the hell he wants to do. He chose to go play a round of golf that morning. That's how he chose to do it. I don't see it. I don't see why it's a big deal. If it was a 1 o'clock game, yes, I could see the argument a little bit more. It was an 8 p.m. game. It shows how salty Tua is. Oh, I'm not starting. I'll go play golf. And well, what about the opposite side of that, DDG? What about Flores being salty? What about that? Flores didn't like him. It wasn't because Tua wasn't the better quarterback, because Tua was the better quarterback than Brissett. Why not? It works both ways. That's a two-way street. That's a bull crap argument. It's a two-way street there. Finn's fan says he probably teed off at 7:30, done by 10 a.m. Yep. Trucking Therapy says when you suck, you should get to preparing for the game and watching film. I got to ask. Trucking Therapy, I got to call you out. I'm going to call you out. Have you ever played sports? You usually have a routine for your day, right? What happens when you play a totally different game than what your routine is? Because you usually play a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock game. Okay? Those are the games you usually play. When you have an 8 o'clock game, you've got to change the way you prepare. You were expecting this man to go play a 4-hour football game and not be loose. I believe, I don't know this for sure, okay, because who the hell am I, right? I believe playing golf at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're just staying loose for the day. You're keeping your nerves calm. I believe that there was more to it. Don't get it twisted. I think it was also to say to Flores, hey, I was healthy enough to play 18 holes this morning, and you're telling me now I can't play football today? That's stupid. I just played golf. With that being said, trucking therapy, you got to keep loose. So for the people that say you should be sitting in front of your TV or your playbook, so now you're just going to expect him to sit idle for the next 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours. Okay, let's call it 8 to 12 hours. The kickoff was 8 p.m., was 8:25 or 8:15. He probably had a tee off at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, right? So let's say you're expecting him to sit idle for 8 to 12 hours to just look at a playbook and study game film. Nothing else. That's what you wanted him to do on that Thursday game? So now he didn't stretch, he didn't get ready, he didn't do anything. Really? Come on, y'all. Are you kidding me? Don't like that argument either. He could have watched film and studied the playbook after he played golf. You're right, Marty. He could have. We don't know it. But all the fans think that he did it, so it must be true. Steven loves him some mediocrity, making excuses for it. How am I making excuses for it, dude? Explain to me why I love mediocrity. All I know is that none of his teammates played that round of golf with him. They were focused on the game. DDG, do we know that for sure? We don't. We don't know that. And number two, let's get something else twisted. What if one of his friends went and had a sleepover the night before and they were up till 4 a.m. playing Xbox or PlayStation? They weren't focused on the game. They were playing PlayStation until 4 a.m. I challenge y'all, the people that play, was there any players that were up till 4 or 5 a.m. playing PlayStation or Xbox the whole night, the day before a game? You don't think that happens? Are y'all kidding me? Are y'all really sitting here making this stupid argument for this? I'm enraged about it. It bothers me that y'all think that him playing golf, I don't get it. I don't freaking get it, guys. Keith Smith says, that's why we will always be mediocre, because the team could never take accountability for our team. Just excuses. It's not excuses. But the hatred is out of control. It really is. Can we just let this kid live life? This is ridiculous. We're out here finding things to nitpick about him. I've never seen a quarterback get this type of treatment from his own base. Come on, you all don't have love? Baker was playing Madden until 6 a.m. Probably was. I guess golf is the devil now. That foosball's the devil. That foosball. No, that golf ball's the devil. Look here, mama, Vicky Valancourt. I love Vicky Valancourt. And she loved me back. And I love it. Never mind. I knew where you were going with that. With the finger, thumb, or rib injuries, the last thing he should be doing is golfing. Two is trash, lazy butt, gotta go. Come on. Spice Poppy says, Tua lives rent-free in their head, Steven. It really does, bro. DDG, great. Vicky Valancourt. Alexander Diaz. Well, Steven, the people don't think that Tua can succeed are the ones that believe he has terrible work ethic. Steven thinks 2,500 hards, I think he meant yards, and 16 touchdowns is going to get you to a Super Bowl. Did I ever say that? Did I ever say that? Did those words ever come out of my mouth? A player in the NFL shouldn't be nitpicked so much from our fan base, all because of what Tannehill did to us. I said that yesterday. Stephen D. Got it. You're the GOAT. I appreciate it, Ian Baller. It bothers me when my starting quarterback doesn't know the playbook and admitted it. King Mill, do you all understand he's had a different offensive coordinator the last 6 years? Do you get that? That includes this year, guys, just so you know. So you want somebody, if I told you if you had a job for 6 years, and every year I said, we're going to do something totally different for you to succeed in your job, and you struggle, you wouldn't struggle? You wouldn't struggle if I had to change your job every single year? They're moving the goalposts for this man every year. That's not an excuse. Those are facts. They're facts. Steven, they wanted Tua to study the playbook and watch film for 8 to 10 hours. By the end of doing that, he would have had a damn migraine. Right? Swear jar, Jose. Sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it. 3 OCs and he's playing golf. Good point, Steven. Pay me $8 million a year and I won't sleep. You say that, but you would. Had yet to throw over 20 touchdowns. Boy, y'all gonna laugh this year. Bones, what did I walk into? Miami Sports Music. Bro, you losing it. You should go play some golf. Gold. You meant golf? I should make that one of the things we auction off. Get to play a round of golf with Steven. To a left hand of God just make sure you pick up his cape when he proves all of you wrong. I can't wait. Bart Scott voice. Shout out to Bart Scott. True story about Bart Scott. I was his first ever producer of his first radio show he ever had in Baltimore. True story. Bart's a great guy. They made new rules for Brady's because you're right, Marty. I'm not going to say the word. You're not going to get me on my swear jar. It bothers me when I find the new offensive coaches don't teach their quarterback how to play properly, break down film, and make pre-snap reads. Are you kidding me? You're at the highest level of football and you don't want us to nitpick? I mean, come on, man. Don't lower standards. Miss me with that. He's a 5th overall pick. Flip side. Okay. Flip side fishing. Listen to me for a second. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. I think I went out for a minute. I get flip side. You don't want me to lower the standards of Tua. That's a fair argument, by the way. Fair argument. I get it. I don't think that I'm lowering standards. I think I'm living in reality. I think reality shows us, no matter what job you have, you're allowed to do other things besides that job outside of job hours. I don't think we live in a world, by the way, where he's focusing on football for 12 hours and then playing golf for another 8. He's playing golf for 3 hours, maybe 4 at the most. I don't think he does it every day. And even if he did, who the hell am I to judge him for that? That might be part of his routine. Now, we can sit here and make the argument, hey, I'm not a big fan of his routine. Well, then let's get some accurate information about his routine, which we'll never get, by the way. But then if you want to make the argument, hey, Tua, what's your weekly and daily routine during the offseason and during the season? We'd love to know that. That's a fair question. Now, he has a right to not answer that because it talks about his personal life, too. But I would like to know that. Because it would probably shut some of y'all up. I will define stop nitpicking, and I will let him live his life. He really needs to leave the team, or the team has no choice. By the way, have I not said tomato for Steven? You are on the wrong side. Raise the bar. No. I have said vehemently on the channel that if Tua does not make the playoffs this year, with the exception of like one thing, if the defense totally falls off and Tua goes crazy and we still don't make the playoffs and we're losing games 34-28, 37-34, that's like the only way I think Tua has a remote chance of keeping his job next year. And I still say remote outside chance. We don't make the playoffs this year, get rid of him. And I'll be the first in line jumping up and down saying he needs to go. He didn't do it again. I'll be first in line on that bandwagon. I flip-flop. I'm good with it. I don't think that's flip-flopping, by the way. I think that's having different information and making different results. Based on the information I have now, Tua is the starter of this team and should be the starter of this team. Tua also has improved every year he's been playing, college included. Minus injuries, his playing ability has gotten better every year. And he's had a lot of things working against him. He was the quarterback of a college team that had 3 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Count them. Wack Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Tua. Who started out of those 3? Tua. Come on, y'all. Really? He's not NFL ready. He's not a good quarterback. Tua went to the Dolphins. Jalen went to Philadelphia. Oh, well, those are very similar. Well, I believe Philadelphia won a Super Bowl in the last 5 to 7 years, right, guys? Yeah, they have. Also, yeah, he went to New England. Oh, yeah, he went to where Bill Belichick is. Oh, yeah. Tua went to where there's been no steady, there's been no steadiness of anything. No consistency within this franchise. None. He's had to overcome the most out of all 3 of those guys. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. And I guarantee you that 85% of y'all, I won't say 100, I'll say 85% of y'all that are arguing this stupid golf nonsense are the same ones when we drafted them at 5th overall pick. We're like, we did it, and we didn't even have to get the 1st overall pick for them. I don't get it. This is the big Steven show now. No, truck, it bothered me, man. I what else do you want me to say? Seriously. What else is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to not do anything? Is he supposed to sit in his room and read his playbook? Oh, yeah, the quarterback is supposed to do this, and the wide receiver is supposed to do this. Dumb smart as a box of rocks. This will be Tua's last year in the NFL. Keep the receipts. The recites. I'll keep the recites. Flores tied in. A lot of current players, little brothers of Flores. NFL's the hood. Joel Osteen can't save them. Steven, you were only allowed 10 more excuses for Tua. Why, when Steven says something y'all don't like, y'all attack him? Shaking my head. Why, when Steven says something y'all don't like, y'all attack him? Why would Steven say something y'all don't like? Y'all attack him. Shaking my head. I'm not. They don't have to. You don't have to agree with me. You don't. Y'all can attack. I'm okay with that. Oh, and he brought Bama back from 13 down twice in the title game after Hurts put them in that hole. I wanted to draft him, but it's painfully obvious that the team made him look good, and I don't even know if it's the injury, but you hear about the arm strength for a reason. It's awful. I can't. I can't. Scott, I can't, bro. Y'all seriously have made this man public enemy number one. His own fan base. And the real problem is, it's not even Tua. It's the fan base and what they went through with Tannehill. It's the same freaking nonsense. And that's what the problem is. Y'all think this is Tannehill 2.0. Oh my God, we're going to be stuck with 8 years of Tannehill all over again because of Tua and his mediocrity. Really? I don't know what to say. This is not Tannehill. Different quarterback. Tua, listen to me, guys and ladies. Tua Tagovailoa is not Ryan Tannehill. Let this man live. Let this man play. If he sucks this year, then I'll be the first in line on the bandwagon saying he needs to go. And that's the bottom line because Stephen D said so. My Stone Cold voice. Y'all like that? Y'all like that Stone Cold voice? I'm just saying, I'll be the first in line. Okay? All right. What I mean, I live in Buffalo, and they didn't put this much hate on all their quarterbacks like this, and they had some awful quarterbacks. You really did, Adam. They really did. Keep up the buffoonery. Cutting off your nose to spite your face. Boy, y'all getting in here. Y'all even paying to get it. Aldo's paying to get on me today. That's okay. I appreciate the donation, Aldo. You're my man. I do like Aldo. Aldo's my guy. I think Nathan Peterman. Yeah, exactly. I think that there's other players that need to step up. There is. This is Pat White all over again. No, it's not. Andravia said Tua is a golfer, not a quarterback. Oh, Aldo says, I'm on your side. Oh, okay. You're saying that to other fans. I got you. I don't know what else. I don't know what y'all want this man to say. Here's the thing. There's only one thing that ends all of this nonsense. Only one thing. One thing. Winning. Winning ends all of this nonsense. It does. And guess what? Are we going to get a win on May the 5th? No. Are we going to get a win on July the 6th or 5th? No. Are we going to get a win on August 6th? No. September 6th? I don't think the season started. We got 4 or 5 months before we get to wins and losses. Here's the other thing to y'all Tua haters, okay? That hate him play. I can't. This is the problem, man. Like, what are you going to do when he does win? What are y'all going to say then? Got to take the keyboards away from y'all. Where's the link? We're pumped for this debate. I'll bring it in a minute. Bonjo says, Stephen D, did Aldo's donation of $10 just get him 2 entries for the giveaway? It did. If you donate in increments of 5, Bonjo, you get entered to win a Javon Holland, Brandon Jones autographed 8x10 that we're giving away tomorrow. So donate to the channel. It helps the channel grow. Thank you for saying that, Von Joe. Von Joe's funny. I like Von Joe. Tua was promised to be the franchise quarterback of a playoff contending rebuild, and we got a quarterback with all the additions has us ranked lower than last year. And Adam Gase was the savior of the Dolphins. We were promised Adam Gase is going to save this franchise. We were promised that Brian Flores, oh my God, you just need a good defense to win. That's it. You don't need nothing else. You can get along with just a good defense. Mediocrity at its best. Nothing we have done has resulted in wins consistently. It's resulted in mediocrity, which if you go look up the definition of mediocrity in Webster's dictionary, you're going to find the definition to be a pitcher of the Miami Dolphins. Because that's what we've been for the last 30 years. Mediocrity at best. Let the man have a chance. I don't get it, man. Yeah, we wouldn't even know what to do if we had a good quarterback because we wouldn't know what a good one looks like. We wouldn't. You wouldn't know how to treat them. There's another 3 to the 2, which equals 5, which equals 1 entry. Look at you, Roach. You wouldn't even know how to treat a good quarterback if you had one. Flip-flops. Leave me alone, AA. Can't win scoring 5 points per game below the league average and 5 points below last year's team. Florida sports fan bases are the worst in sports. It's not surprising that so many flip-flop Tua. Like rats off a sinking ship. Real fans riding to Tua until the train falls off. Bipolar fan base for sure. For sure. Yeah. Here's the thing. I speak for the fans, right? My podcast, Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, a network made by the fans by a fan for the fans. Okay. The problem is I got to call y'all out when y'all are wrong. And right now, a lot of the fan base is just straight up wrong because this Tua plays golf mess is stupid. Just stupid. TMZ is reporting that Tua was spotted playing cornhole in his backyard. Tua is out of control. You speak for the Tua groupies. No, I don't. I'm not a Tuaneer. I'm a Dolphins fan. There's a difference. He's a 23-year-old professional athlete. 18 holes of golf is nothing, especially with. I remember the days when we were mad at somebody who went to the strip club all the time or was at the bar all the time. Then you can be mad at somebody. You're mad at a man for playing golf? Really? Come on. Y'all are hilarious. Hilarious. Look here, Kenny. Kenny, look here, Kenny. You don't know Kenny. Kenny, that's hilarious, Kenny. It's my Shaq impersonation. Or my Chuck. Charles Barkley. I said Shaq, my Chuck. You the president of the Tuaneers. No, I'm not. Haters drinking Haterade this morning. Boy, it's strong, too. Strong cup of Haterade this morning y'all are drinking on my man Tua. Kenny Stabler would leave the bar and head to the game. Sure would. But we worried about Tua playing the golf. on a game day where the game didn't start till 8 at night. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny, man. Hilarious. All Miami did this offseason is put cologne on a pig. That's why Vegas has us at 8 games. Vegas can go kick rocks, too. Steven's paycheck is autographed by Tua. Well, then I need to be getting paid more, Franzi, because I'm not getting paid enough. If Tua's paying my paychecks, Tua, if you're going to pay my paychecks, can you give me more money, please? Please? Scott, I hate when fans say he has no work ethic because he's not spending money every minute of every day working out or film study. If he's seen doing any day-to-day living, then he's not trying hard enough. I know. Oh, my God. Tua went to the grocery store today. That's 40 minutes he could have been studying the playbook. Watch out now. If you go get groceries, that's 40 minutes you could be going studying the playbook, Tua. Watch out. This fan base will get you. They'll get on you. Y'all are funny, man. Unfortunately, controversy sells papers and draws viewers. They are digging for stories in the offseason. Tua seems to be everyone's favorite target. I think mostly because Tua is not going to fight. I think mostly because Tua is going to fight back, or he's not going to fight back. That's 40 minutes of rehabbing from injuries. Yeah, he could for Dash. See, seriously, he could get DoorDash instead of going to get groceries. Y'all are killing me. All work and no play makes Tua a dull boy. If some of these people knew what their favorite players did in their off time, I'm telling y'all don't even know. Shout out to Scott, by the way, with his $10 donation that he did. This just in, Tua took a dump. Steven's excuse when we miss the playoffs this year will be new system, blah, blah, blah. Hip was only 98.4% healthy, blah, blah, blah. Dude, first of all, your name is Tua. So are you a Tua hater or a Tua near? That needs to be, we need to find that out. Number 2, okay? I said, and I quote, with the one exception, that the defense just is a total letdown, where we're losing games 34-28 or 37-34, and we're losing these mad dashes to the finish. That's the only exception that I see Tua stays next year and we don't make the playoffs. The only exception. If Tua, otherwise, with that one exception, if Tua does not lead this team to a playoffs this year, he's gone. And he should be. And I'll be the first person in line to say it. First person in line to say it. So you admit you already have an excuse. I'm just telling you what it is, dude. Is it Tua's fault if the defense gives up 34 points per game or 37 points per game, but we're scoring 34? That's not on Tua. That wouldn't be on Tua. I'm sure the fans will still call for Tua's head. Miami Dolphin fans should just be concerned with being a loyal fan instead of being a fair weather fan and talking crap about our quarterback. They need to get a life. Their life is not perfect either. He who cast the first stone. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's so funny, man. It's so funny. People are texting me about what I'm saying this morning. Closest source to the team saying inside each hole at the golf course is a page of the playbook. So in reality, he was studying the whole time. I like it. He is a kinesthetic learner. Everybody learns differently. Yes, it's Tua's fault the defense gave up 50. He didn't study hard enough. You're right. You're right, guys. He who casts the first stone usually wins because the other guy is unconscious. I will admit, we might be a bipolar fan base, but we're a funny one. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. So if Tua won the Super Bowl this year, then the team won the Super Bowl. I get it. All Tua has to do is play better than the guys drafted after him. No. Who cares? The other guys drafted after him don't matter. They're not on the Dolphins. Baltimore Steelers, Cleveland, we not making the playoffs. GR says, shaking my head. I don't know what is up with so many of you losers in this fan base. Y'all love the Dolphins, but you hate the quarterback. Sure, Tua isn't going anywhere. Isn't going anywhere. He's going to ball out and get re-signed. I love Tua. I'm so biased. I'm biased. But even I know that he's about to be asked to lead the team to the best season in over 20 years and will be seen as a bust if he doesn't. All right, I'm trying to get somebody on here that I think y'all will like. And it's not TD. It's not TD, just so y'all know. And y'all love TD. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Remember, I'm the producer. I'm the host. I got to do it all. Here we go. Somebody who knows a lot about golf and a lot about the Dolphins is about to come on. There we go. All right. Hopefully he'll be on in a minute or two. There we go. All right. Tua played golf and still came in and won the game. What's that say about Brissett? All these negative fans are going to send Tua to seek mental attention. It seems every year Tua is the scapegoat, and in the last 20 years, Miami's poor playoff showings. At what point is the Tua drama too dividing to the organization? Maybe best for all parties to make a split. No, the fans should not dictate on what happens with the organization. The fan base is split. How do we know that the play? We don't know that that's the case. For all I know and what I see right now, the team and the organization and the players in the locker room support this man. No other reason to think otherwise. So if you have one or two that maybe don't, okay, that's probably true, but it's not a majority. It's not half. McGo, I'm a Bills fan, and I do try to keep things on point from a man with an interest in the AFC. How do you classify me? Mark, I think you're very neutral. I think he is. We'll have to see what happens. All right, let's see here. Can you please read my comment? All right, what did you say, Anthony? What did you say? Let me go up here and read Anthony's Anthony, put it back in. Put your comment back in, and I'll read it, bud. What did Tyreek Hill say? He was happy to come to Miami and play with them because he's so accurate. I believe that's what he said. Stephen D. How about Tua for? No, not even starting that conversation. I'm frozen. Steven, would you buy Tua some golf clubs so he can play golf better and not trying to be an elite quarterback? Y'all are funny. Tua Mayfield. Y'all are hilarious. I honestly don't understand the thing. It just bothers me. It bothers me. Let's see here. We'll see if he'll says that by week 10 about Tua. Dean Brown, you bring up a good point. We'll wait till this year. If come halfway through the year, Tua's still struggling in a lot of the areas he's been struggling in the first 2 years, then I have no problem with the conversation going to that. I don't. All right, let me bring on my man. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. He knows a buttload about golf, and he knows a buttload about Tua. We'll see what his takes are and his view are. My man, Nicky Smokes. What's up, baby?
What's up, buddy? How you been?
Well, I've been so mad this morning.
Why?
Because the fan base. So I'm going to tell you my thoughts, and then you tell me your thoughts.
All right, let's do it.
This is the stupidest, most silliest, dumbest conversation we've had as a fan base in the last 30 years. Tua playing golf. Who cares? Why is this even relevant? This is stupid.
It's the off season.
Smokes. Come on, bro.
It's the off season.
Like, do you think so the conversation that I'm getting from a lot of the fan base here, okay, is that if he wasn't playing golf, he'd have more time to study and be a better quarterback. He'd be pay attention to more game film and read the playbook.
Oh man.
That's
I don't know.
That's 3 or 4 hours he could be doing something else that could be contributing to football because he's not allowed to have a personal life.
Well, look, I'm a golfer, so like I don't mind players going out and playing golf. I really it doesn't bother me. But as a fan, starter or not starting, I don't believe you should be playing golf on game day. But the whole thing.
It's Thursday. You got that right. You know it's the Thursday game.
Well, everyone's got the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Against Baltimore, Thursday night against Baltimore. Correct?
Yep, 100%. It wasn't a 1 o'clock game. It was an 8:25 p.m. kickoff game. And his tee off was like at 7:30 or 8 in the morning. Might have even been earlier than that.
Have you played golf? Do you play golf?
I have played a round of golf. I go to the golf range.
Look, I know it's not a contact sport, but golf is very exhausting, especially down in South Florida when you're playing outside. And look, Tua is a professional athlete. He's probably in great shape. I'm just saying you shouldn't be playing golf on a game day, primetime or not. But the reason why he played golf, it's not that it was a lack of work ethic or whatever. It was more of like an FU to Brian Flores because he didn't give Tua reps the whole week in practice. He told Tua he wasn't going to play. He told Tua, okay, you're healthy enough to be the backup, but you're not healthy enough to be the starter. So Tua's like, all right, fine. I'm not going to get any reps. I'm not going to play at all. Fine. I'll go play golf and I'll go do something today because obviously you don't want me on the field. Now, this is just a petty back and forth between Flo and Tua. But when we're talking about general quarterbacks in the NFL playing golf on game day, prime time, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like you don't do that. Like in general, like that, you don't do that. But I see where this is. Like, I see both sides, you know? Like, Tua's like, bro, I'm tired of this guy disrespecting me all the time. He's saying I'm not healthy enough to play. Well, watch. I'm going to go show him how healthy I am. I'm going to go play a round of golf. And that's what it was. It was a standoff between Tua and Flores. I don't think any fan base would be jumping up and down to hear that their quarterback is playing golf on the day of the game, especially when it's supposed to be your franchise guy. And I know he wasn't starting, but he's still your franchise quarterback.
So all right, let's break this down into three separate conversations. The first separate conversation should be Tua playing golf, period. Do you think it's like because people
play golf?
People have been arguing this. Yeah, people have been arguing this for the last 2 weeks now. And we have on my show, like, people are like, well, if he wasn't playing golf, then it's more time he could be studying the playbook. That's the stupidest argument to me.
Me and him are the same age, you know, like, and we're all humans. We all have downtime, you know. My whole life isn't just Miami Dolphins. Your whole life isn't just this talk show. Like, we have friends, we have families, we like hobbies we like to do on the side. And golf is that sport. Like, you know, like when you're done playing basketball and baseball or whatever you played as a kid, you transition to golf, and it's just a great way to get out there, have some fun, 3 to 4 hours to yourself, and just compete with yourself. So I don't care that he should play golf. I think golf is fantastic for your mental health, and it challenges you to bring the best out of yourself each and every single time that you step out there. Now, there's times you go out there and you just want to have fun, and that's great too. But to say he shouldn't be playing golf in his free time when he probably spends 7 to 8 hours a day working on his football craft, I think that's a little.
There's some of the fan base that we had people said Tua should be spending 12 plus hours a day with football stuff.
Well, you got to understand where our fans are coming from too. You know, like we've kind of just watched terrible quarterbacks for the last 20 years. The best quarterback I've seen is Chad Pennington. So, I mean, that just goes to show. I mean, they're entitled to their frustration. Are they extreme? Of course, but that's why they're fans. You know, like, that's why we're fans. Some people a little more extreme and want to criticize people for their personal life. I mean, I'm not too on board with that. But yeah, you're gonna have extremist fans, but I don't think the majority of our fan base is upset if Tua golfs on his free time. I think more people are upset that he golfed on a game day, but not free time.
We'll get to that in a second. So then the second conversation is, does Tua spend enough time at his craft? Does he spend enough time studying? Is he spending enough time being that quarterback that we all want him to be?
Now, as someone who's not really into a circle, you know, I only know so much. I only see so much. So from what I've seen, I would say the answer is yes. Again, it's not like he's the one out there posting things on his social media. So we're all kind of just seeing videos on Twitter and things like that. From the outside looking in, it looks like he's putting in the work. I would hope he's putting in the work. Now, there was obviously questions last year and the year before about his work ethic and how he didn't know the playbook his first year and all that other crap that we already went through. But, I mean, I think he'd be doing a disservice to himself if he wasn't putting that in. And just based on the way he carries himself and his family background, I truly believe that he is putting in that work.
Me too.
But, I mean, we also have to see a reflection on that on the football field. And just because someone's a fantastic person, which he is, it doesn't mean you're not entitled to hearing, you know, kickback from the fan base if you don't go out there and perform the way we all anticipate.
All right, and then the third argument is the one that we just talked about, and that is Tua playing on a game day. So this was released on Big O's show when Omar was on Big O's show, right? And so he said, hey, look, I'm not calling out who the person was, and I'm not going to say which game it was. But when you make a blanket statement like that, people automatically go to, oh, my God, I can't believe he did it. They go to a 1 o'clock game. Like, that's where your mind's going to go to. He played a round of golf before a 1 o'clock game. My God.
That's physically impossible. Like I said, I golf every single weekend. Sometimes I'll even golf during the week. I love TD, but I saw TD say he was out there at like 5, 6 a.m. That's impossible. The sun doesn't even come out. Most golf courses won't even let you out till 7 a.m. or until the sun rises, and I don't think the sun has ever rose at 5 a.m.
The earliest tee time I have ever heard of is like 6:45 a.m. and that's not
that's the absolute earliest. So there's no way Tua played a full round of golf before a 1 p.m. game because I'm assuming he has to show up by the stadium at least 3 hours before the game. I don't see it happening. I think the 1 p.m. slot makes absolutely no sense. I don't think there's
Well,
any remote chance.
but two things. Most people are not putting that together, right? The average fan is not putting that together. So that's where their mind went to, right? Yesterday when this came out, or the day before. And so then yesterday, if I'm correct, Big O says, "Hey, just so y'all know, wink, wink, it was the Thursday night game." And Cameron Wolf, by the way, was the guy.
Yeah, like Omar was like, I'm not even going to say who it was. And the next sentence, Big O said exactly who it was.
It was Cameron.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. But look, regardless, starting or not, I don't think you should be golfing on a game day. I don't think it would be national headline news if it was Matt Moore a couple years ago.
It's not national headline news. It's local headline news. I don't see ESPN First Take talking about this stupid stuff. Because it's not relevant.
In my mind, it's national news in my mind because all I see is Dolphin stuff. You know, like I don't see what's going on in Charger land or Raven land. Like my whole timeline is just the Dolphins. So it's national news in my mind, you know. But I'm saying, like, if it was a backup quarterback, we wouldn't be having this conversation, you know? Like when Reed Sennett was on the team, if he went out and played golf before that game, I don't think anyone cares, you know?
No,
so it's because of Tua. He's held to this standard, but that's what happens when you're a top 5 pick and you're supposed to be the guy. It's very controversial, and then you have all this history, and he was dealt a really bad hand, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Flores, terrible offensive line. I get it. So I just keep it fair on Tua because even when like the team is playing good, sometimes he's not at that level yet, and I think he will make that jump. He should have a career year this year. But as the face of the franchise, I don't think you should be playing golf on any game day.
Okay. Now, let's talk about Omar a little bit. Not per se Omar, but why bring this up now? Why even bring this up as a news story now?
Well, you're in the media world, you know. Like you want views, you want people watching the show, you want people saying what's he got today? What am I going to learn from the show today? It's the off season. There's not much to talk about. We already signed Tyreek Hill. The draft is over. Right now, we're at like a standoff. We're talking about undrafted free agents getting signed. I mean, who's going to sit there and watch a 45 to an hour long show on guys I've never heard of before? I think it's pretty obvious that the reason why this came out. I mean, look at how many views it got on the Big O show. It was his most viewed video in like the last month or two. So when you have news about a franchise guy like that, and you could break that or bring it back into the spotlight, it's going to give you what you want. It's going to give you the audience, and look, it's got Twitter world buzzing up and down.
I know it's crazy.
Like, people know what they're doing. You know, like this is the media. This is just the world we live in.
Yesterday we had a Dolphins panel where I brought in the fans, and a lot of the fans don't agree with my sentiment. Like here's my theory. I don't think Tua would ever play on a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock game. I don't think he would ever do that.
Well, even the 4 o'clocks, my bad. But even the 4 o'clocks, they're in California time, so it's really a 1 o'clock game there too. You know, it's not like he's getting an extra 3 hours to go play golf. Like they're playing at 1 o'clock California.
Exactly.
So either way, East Coast, West Coast, 4 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's impossible.
Well, I said I don't think he would play on a 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock game. I had a theory yesterday that it was probably the Thursday night game. I was like, man, it's got to be that Ravens game. And I said, and I said it wouldn't surprise me if it was in retaliation to Flores, right? We had the whole conversation with that. The funny part about all this is I want to say one of the beat writers the day after the game or that weekend tweeted Tua played golf the morning after the game to show that he was healthy enough to start.
But it was on the game.
Oh, it was
like,
on.
That's what we're hearing.
But it was on game day. So yeah. Right. Well, that much we know that now. Hindsight being 2020. So that means that beat reporter, whoever said that, and I can't remember who
I can see his profile picture in my head, but I can't remember.
It's like name. Adam Beasley. Adam Beasley said it. I think
maybe the blonde hair.
Beasley, Adam Beasley, I think, is the one who said it. And so I said, well, two things. He must be covering for Cameron Wolf as well as Tua in that type of a blanket statement, but also showing, hey, look, we can still have it. Like, this is still the reality of the situation. So, look, I get what Omar's doing by bringing this up now on April the 5th. But I also understand that his job is to get clicks. His job is to sell people to go to the Sun Sentinel and click on his stuff and help Big O click on his links, and that's his job. I have that same job. My job is to get people to click on my stuff, right? I want more and more people to talk about it. I'm talking about it today because it is relevant to the Dolphins fan base right now. That's what the news cycle is, okay?
The hottest news in town.
And that's what bothers me, Smokes. Like, we're freaking talking about a man playing golf.
It's not playing golf. It's playing golf on game day. That's why it's being talked about.
But it was in retaliation to a person who's no longer with the organization.
That I agree, like 100%. That's why I'm not sitting here, because I would be huffing and puffing if it wasn't a petty standoff between him and Flo. Like, if Tua was starting that football game and was getting reps all week and then was playing golf before, I'd be pretty upset, because you don't have Tom Brady playing golf before a game, like. And that's the level.
How do you know that, though, Smokes?
Come on, bro.
But you don't know that.
If you think, yes, I do. If you ask Tom Brady right now if he's playing golf before
he's not, because people would rip him if they did that.
Bro, he would never, ever. You think Dan Marino was playing golf before? The only person I know that would play golf before a game is Michael Jordan, and that's the greatest athlete of all time. And Tua is not in that conversation. No one is in that conversation.
Brady might be. He might be the greatest quarterback ever. So if Brady came out and said today, yes, I've played a round of golf before an NFL game in the past, do you think the Buccaneers fans or Brady fans would be up in arms about it?
You can do whatever you want with 7 Super Bowls. You can't do whatever you want if you being the franchise quarterback is still a question to half of your fan base.
Over half the fan base. But no, I get what you're saying, Smokes, and I guess it's a fair statement to say, because
if Tua won 3 Super Bowls, if Tua's won us a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls, if we've even got in a playoff game, won a playoff game, whatever. I mean, that's how low our bar is. We just want to see a playoff win. Like, that's how low our bar is. There should be nothing else going on besides football during the regular season. Off season, whatever, bro, play as much golf as you want.
So you just said a statement that I don't want to let walk past. You're saying that during the regular season, Tua should not be anywhere near a golf course.
Like, on a game day, no, he should not be on a golf course.
But you're not. But like, during the week,
if it's like Tuesday and they get out of walkthroughs or whatever, and he wants to go hit balls, and like they're at the office, I don't care. It's like work, you show up, you go to work, you put your time in. If you want to stay extra, good. If you want to go home and go hit a bucket, good. I'm not going to hold you to a certain standard, but it will show on the field.
So that goes back to the second question I said. Do you think he puts in enough work ethic? And I think you hit the nail on the head. We're not with him 24 hours a day. We don't know. We don't know the answer. So. From the outside looking in, there's some of the fan base that says, well, when I do see him on social media, it's at a golf course. So apparently he spends a lot of time there. And then there's the other side of the fan base that's like, well, all I ever see is either training videos, him being in the lab, or him on a golf course. And so that shows me those are the 3 things that he does. And then I think to myself, I'm like, think about here's the other thing that I broke up too. I said, why are we talking about this? Because what if there was a player that stayed up that Wednesday night to that Thursday game till 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. playing Call of Duty on, this is.
But the reason why they're not a franchise quarterback, there's a standard, there's a difference of accountability that you're held to when you're supposed to be a franchise quarterback.
And I get that.
If a report came out that Tua was at the club the night before a game, like, that would still be big news. Like, people would still freak out. But if whatever 3rd string quarterback we have on the practice squad went to the club the night before the game, no one would care.
Damien says, I don't know one franchise quarterback who's committed to winning who would play golf on a game day.
I think that's a fair statement.
I mean, look, I'll concede to your notion that I think this was a one-off thing. I believe this was a petty back and forth between 2 people.
For sure.
I don't think he's out here playing golf on game days. I really don't. But I also think that this is almost an irrelevant conversation because it's about a pettiness between another person who's no longer on the team. We
Right.
are in a new era within this franchise, and bringing it up now, all it's going to do is play mental havoc on a quarterback that you're trying to get at another level. So if
Now,
you,
my bad, bro.
no, if you're truly committed to seeing this team win, Omar, or anybody else, why bring out this stupid article? Why bring it up?
Well, like you said earlier, and I'm glad you clarified the difference between national and local news. It's not being talked about on ESPN First Take, so I don't really view it as a distraction to the locker room. It's more of
Me
a
neither.
distraction. It's kind of like a facade on our timeline on Twitter and amongst our fan base where
Yep.
we're going to fight about it for no reason for a couple weeks and it's going to blow over. But it's not like the team's walking into the locker room and first thing you see on First Take or Get Up is Tua Tagovailoa playing golf on game day. It's not like Deshaun Watson or all the other bull crap that we went through. And Flores hates Tua, and is Tua healthy enough to start? But he's healthy enough, like Xavier Howard. All the distractions that we go through each and every single year. It's not a national distraction. It's just another facade. And
it's that's so Dolphins. It's a that's so Dolphins moment.
That's great. That's great.
And that sucks about the situation because it's like I was like, man, we can for the next few months, like May 12th comes out, right? We could talk about the schedule for a few weeks.
I can't wait, man.
I'm stoked for it. I'm freaking stoked.
Wait.
Right? And then from January, March, April, May, so June, July, and right at the beginning of August, that's about what, 2.5 months, maybe 3 months, where you're not really getting any real news cycle, right? You're gonna like the next 3 months are gonna be rough for Dolphins fans or any football fan for that matter, because you're kind of at a standstill. Draft is over, free agency's pretty much over.
Right.
You know, you got the schedule that came out. You know, you get to talk about that for a little bit, but then over the next 2 months, it'll be rough for me as a YouTuber because I'm like, shit, what do I talk about for the next,
can I ask you about that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask you. So I just started a YouTube channel yesterday. I posted my first video, just a 4-minute, like short little clip, the smoke show. And I was thinking about doing daily. Obviously would love to have you come on, but I was like, bro, what the hell am I going to talk about Monday through Friday during the off season? Like what do you do during the off season, Monday through Friday? Like, what are you talking about?
I appreciate the question, and by the way, I'm there, man. I'm definitely there to be on with you. It's rough, man. Like I was telling them this morning, I was like, there are days where I'm like, what am I going to talk about today?
Right.
One of the things that I think makes me different from some of the other YouTubers is I can go on a rant for an hour and a half and then I can open up the panel. Now, there's a couple of YouTubers that do it and are really successful at it, but I do it every day in the morning, right? And so that means you're getting a daily dose of either myself or the fan base in the morning every single day. And so there might be days when we're going to talk about Tua playing golf for 2.5 hours, and that's going to be what it is, and that's what the show is today. But then there's other days when you get really quality stuff. So you got to be okay with two things. Number one, being consistent, right? That's tough, right? Like I have to admit, I have personal stuff that I'm dealing with and professional stuff that I'm dealing with. It's tough for me to make my 9 a.m. slot every day because I'm trying to deal with my personal life as well as my professional life and keep it all intact. Now, during the season, it's a lot easier because your news cycle only stays a news cycle for 24 hours. There's always something to talk about during the week. You get a slate of football games Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so on and so forth. College. It's so much easier to do a YouTube platform during the season than it is the off season. And in the off season, you have to, hey, today we're going to talk about Nick Needham. Today we're going to talk about, Trill Williams. Today you have to find, and the good thing about my platform is I don't just talk Dolphins. I talk Marlins. I talk Heat. I talk Panthers. How about them Heat? 2-0 in the playoffs. And the other thing I think that I do well, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I allow people to come on with any theory or view that they have on the team or a person or player that they have, and I'm willing to listen to it.
Right.
I think there are some platforms that if you don't believe in their view, you're not getting on their show. You're
Yep.
not going to be
Yeah.
talking.
That's my biggest thing on Twitter too. There's like two major cliques. You got far left Dolphins and far right Dolphins,
Yep.
and it's just so crazy because I truly believe like I'm right here in that middle because I'm not the guy that's like Tua is just the worst quarterback I've ever seen, but I'm also not like, bro, oh my god, like we have Tua Tagovailoa, like we're here,
Yeah.
he's top 5, like there's
Yeah.
pros and cons, and I truly believe this has to be the year, like if he makes that jump, Lord, answer my prayers. Like you could pull up any past tweet I said, I don't care. Like I'll smile ear to ear as long as we have a guy that could get us in the playoffs and help us win games.
Yeah.
All I care about.
So
all I care about.
The nickname that the fans have dubbed my show is Flip Floppers. Home of the number one because I flip flop a lot. And I say, and my view of it is I got different information. Right. And
that's
so
a great quote.
Now that I have new information, I'm now entitled to make a different view or theory of whatever it is that I'm looking at or dissecting. So I don't have a problem with me flip-flopping, number one, because I feel that it allows me to make a more educated view of a specific person, topic, player, team, whatever.
Right.
But I also, just like you, have no problem that if somebody says, Steven, here's a clip of you saying the total opposite 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago, I'd be like, well, I have new information now. I look at it differently. Who cares?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I remember the Jacksonville game when Tua threw that interception. Like I posted, get me Deshaun Watson. Like when I see something like that, I'm off raw emotion. Anything I tweet during the game is raw emotion. So I don't care if you pull any of that up. Like at the end of the game, I'll sit down, I'll rewatch it, whatever, and I'll be like, all right, maybe I overreacted here. I was just in the moment, not trying to lose the game, whatever. But no, you're 100% right. And when you have new information, your opinion is going to change. Like you might see something the first 2 to 3 weeks with the team, and then weeks 4 through 6, it's like a whole new team. I mean, look at our defense last year, right? The first 5 weeks, I mean, basically the first 6 weeks until we played Baltimore, we didn't have a defense. We had no identity. And then the rest of the season, we're like, whoa, we have a defense. So you get new information, you see something new on film, and your opinion, it's going to change. And that's for Tua, that's for the offense, that's for our new head coach, that's for everyone.
Hey, man, they want you to drop the link to your new channel in the chat if you can here when you get a sec. Deplorable Vet says, all you got to do is look who was fired at the end of last season. Thank you for the $5 donation. Estefan said, IHOP, International House of Flip Floppers. I love you, Estefan. You're so good. That's the problem with this fan base. I had I have a couple of Bills fans that watch the show on a regular basis. And one of them even came out and said, man, I've never seen a fan base dissect their QB1 the way that the Dolphins fan base does. And he's like, I'm not saying this out of being critical. I'm saying this from a standpoint that the Bills have had some really sucky quarterbacks over their last 25 years, and we didn't even dissect them the way that you guys dissect Tua. Right. And I also think this comes from a standpoint as well, dude, that all right, is this your link right here? All right, copy.
I think so. Yeah, it should be.
All right, I'll put it in the chat for everybody.
Appreciate
there we
that.
go.
Thank you.
No problem, man. This is, by the way, the link I just threw in the chat there is the link to Smokes' new YouTube channel, Nikki Smokes. Please go click the link, like it, subscribe to it, and then come back here.
Appreciate that.
Don't go away. Come back here.
Yeah, come back. Don't leave.
But yeah, man, I think that I think Ryan Tannehill has a lot to do with it. I think we had 7 or 8 years of a quarterback that was very controversial, that divided the fan base, that stayed probably his welcome too long here, right? And I think fans are scared because they don't want another Tannehill all over again, which is fair, right? Like I get it. But now we have Tua, and now I don't think we're giving Tua the real chance. And the other thing is too, he's had 6 offensive coordinators in 6 years.
Yeah, like I said, man, he hasn't been dealt a great hand, And I understand where people, I don't even want to call them excuses. It's just kind of things that happen in life, Obviously, broken hip, thumb injury, and then breaks his ribs against Buffalo, 6 offensive coordinators. Flores obviously freaking hates the guy, wants nothing to do with him, doesn't support him whatsoever. And then, of course, Deshaun Watson. And honestly, like, I got to tip my cap to Tua. I mean, he did a fantastic job of holding all that together and still walking out on the field and trying to perform to the best of his ability. And at the same time, though, when you're selected top 5, you're supposed to deal with adversity. Now, I know he's dealt with a lot more adversity than most of the peers he was drafted with. I mean, I know Joe Burrow tore his ACL his rookie year, but there's still a certain standard that you have to play at even when everything is going well. And especially like when a team needs you in a must-win game and you don't perform as well, there's going to be half of that fan base that is like, what the heck's going on? Is this really another Ryan Tannehill? And then there's going to be the other half of the fan base where it's like, bro, give him some time. It's probably his second, third big game, whatever. Give him some time to get used to it. Give him a real low line. Give him a coach that likes him. And maybe it'll all change. So there's 2 spectrums, and one is still scarred from the past, and one is just really optimistic about the future. And that's where I think the 2 fan bases are divided. You know, some are scarred and some are overly optimistic. Now, me, like, I'm over. Anytime the schedule comes out, I'm so optimistic.
We're winning the Super Bowl. Let's go, baby.
We're going 13-4. Like, we're not losing to this team. There's no way we lose to that team. Blah blah blah. And then the season starts. I'm like, what the heck did I just say? Like what is going on? So there's a lot of scar tissue, man, and that's why the fan base is so divided. But we all share the same goal. We all want to win. I mean, at least I hope we do.
You know, it's funny that you say that. I think there are some people that want to be right more than they want to win. Yeah. I think there are some Tua haters out there that don't want Tua so bad to be the guy that they are just waiting for us to go 8-9 or 7-10 or whatever, just to be like, I told y'all we weren't doing nothing this year.
I think it could go both ways. I think to a certain extent that Tua might be bigger than the team itself, at least on a day-to-day Twitter timeline presence.
I think that's the other problem too. We don't live in like Twitter is its own thing. The real world is not Twitter. That was the thing that I was saying earlier, and you even alluded to it. You're like, I don't think the front office or the locker room is divided on Tua. There might be 1 or 2 people that don't like Tua, but I think they'll support him. They want to see the team win, right? So, you know, I think that's part of it, you know, and I think the other thing to it is what we've talked about again is it's May the 5th. What else are you going to talk about on May the 5th?
That's what I'm saying. We really don't have anything to talk about until we get like a report or a video of news that kind of already released last year, but now we have confirmation that it was actually on a game day and on a game which we won, by the way. And again, I'm not condemning it. I don't think any franchise quarterback, whether they're starting or not, should be on a golf course on a game day. But as we just talked about and elaborated, it was a lot more than him just going out to golf. It was like a petty standoff between Flores and Tua.
Now, let me ask you, to go back to Omar, do you think Omar did anything wrong by saying what he said?
Yes and no. So, obviously, the reason why I say yes is because look at the ripple effect it had amongst the fan base. But at the same time, I'm going to say no.
That might have been his, like, what he wanted. I don't know that, but that might have been what he wanted.
Of course. And then the reason why I'm saying no is he's a beat writer. He's a reporter. His job is to get you to click his link, subscribe to the Sun Sentinel, watch the people's shows that he's hopping on so they come back, and basically like putting money in his pocket. So it's his job to report something like this. And now he's on the I Am Athlete podcast. So anything that's what do they say? Any publicity is good publicity. Yep. So regardless if the fans like him or not, his name is still being thrown around. People are clicking on his profile. And even if you hate someone, you're going to want to hear what they have to say. So regardless, if you hate him, you're going to click on him. You're going to watch him and be like, damn, I hate this idiot. I don't agree with anything he says. But you're going to give him the view that he wants. Idiot's a swear word?
No, you said I think you said the D word.
I don't think I said the D word.
I think you said a swear word. I don't know what it was, but you said one.
I don't think I said a swear word.
Somebody replay.
But
what did he say? What did he say? Somebody in the chat heard it.
Yeah, but regardless whether you like him or hate him, he's gonna get you to click on his article. He's gonna get you to interact with his tweet, and that's what he's looking for. So from a fan's perspective, yes, like he knows what he did is wrong, but from a media perspective, no, like he did his job.
Nope, he didn't swear. Ian
Thank
Baller said the F word. We're going to start saying the T word. Tua. Tua's part of the swear jar now.
Oh my god.
We're going to have a Tua jar.
I'd be broke.
We'd all be broke.
I'd be broke.
All right, so I concur with you in your statement about Omar, right? I don't want to. I think he gets a lot of hate. And some of it I think is justified because of the way that he goes about it. But I think the way he goes about it is the way he does his job. And there's a reason that he still has a job and he is now on I Am Athlete. He's good at what he does, right?
Yep.
And I don't want to knock him for that from that standpoint. But when he comes out and he's made statements like, I want to see the Dolphins win. I want to see the Dolphins succeed.
Right.
He said that before. Okay. And when you make a statement like that, and then the next, one of the very next things is a controversial blast on this whole Tua playing golf on game day, which is already, by the way, it's not new. That particular thing had been reported on earlier in the year. We didn't know that it was on game day. But if you're not going to give the whole context of it and then drop a bomb like that, I feel like, bro, all you're doing is trying to get clicks there. You're not giving the whole story.
Right. Yep. And like you said, I mean, that was kind of.
And then even if you didn't want, and I know what you're about to say, and then Big O said who it was.
Right.
The very next breath.
He brought that up because he was questioning his work ethic, essentially saying he's not the same guy from Bama, and he has to question his leadership. That's kind of what he said after Big O told him that it was Cam that he played with. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and question to his work ethic. I'm not in his camp, I only see what I see, but I believe that just based on his upbringing and the stuff I see on social media, he has to be putting in the work. I know his trainer says he's not on social media, like doesn't even have the apps on his phone or whatever. So
Nick said
he should be dialed in. I'm assuming he's putting in at least 9 to 10 hours a day. And if you're doing 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours a day, whatever, like I really don't care what you do on your free time.
No, I don't either. And I think every person should have a life. And if you're like when some of the fan base on my show said he should be spending 14 hours a day in a play, like you're going to get burnt out. That's not a good thing.
Yep. I agree. Dolphin fans need to show up to a Dolphins game wearing golfing gear. I read that comment. I love it. I'm going to try to get that going. That would be so classic.
We need to get some golfers.
This is all going to die out by week 1. The schedule is going to drop, and no one's going to remember that Tua played golf against the Ravens. Unless he goes out there the first 3 games and he looks terrible, then everything's going to come back, and everyone's going to be, I told you so. I told you so. He's got no work ethic, blah, 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 blah.
I need to stop, bro, EM. I need to stop EM. Why do I need to stop EM? We love EM. EM will get he's really good. We love EM. Let's see here. What else we got up in here? All right, so does it bother you that Twitter is recycling this content for the next 48, 72 week-long hours and that it's making it such a big deal?
I love Twitter. I'm not even going to lie to you. I love it. I don't mind seeing people go back and forth. I just hate when it gets on a personal level, and people start coming at each other for how they look and things like that. I think that's ridiculous. I love a good argument over, strictly football or like opinionated. But once you go into people's families and how they look and their profile picture and, trying to cancel people and stuff, like I think that's ridiculous. But I mean, if it's a good, fair, like argument fight, football related or to the topic related, I mean, I love it. I mean, I think it's hilarious.
Look, I think I think too. I was about to say too. I think Twitter has its good things and its bad things, but overall, I love Twitter and I love being on it and seeing what it says. I just wanted to know if that played a part in for you. All right, I know you don't have a lot of time. Do you need to get out of here now, or do you want to stay on for a little bit while I bring on some fans? Up to you.
Yeah, we could go on a little bit. I'll stay on till like 12.
Okay, all right.
We'll stay on another 30 minutes.
I will drop a link in here, and I will start bringing on fans. I think what I'll do is I'll do one at a time. Since I have you up here, I won't do a big panel. I'll bring on people one at a time and let them say their piece, an argument or discussion with me, and we'll go from there. So the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on. I'm going to pin it so it goes to the top as well. And we'll bring them on. And I might leave 3 or 4 people on at one time. So we'll see what happens. First person I'll bring on is my man Roach from the I Believe podcast.
Yo.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
What's up, Smokes?
How we doing, Roach?
I'm good, man. I've been dying to get in here today.
You're like, drop the link, Steven. Just drop the freaking link.
Well, I've been battling with people, and I already put it in the comment section. I type like I'm hard, but when I'm on here, I'm soft. So I admit it. I know it. I'm cool with it. I own it. I own it.
You own it.
Well,
you're a keyboard warrior, but put you behind the mic. You're like, look.
And it depends if
can we all just be friends?
If I'm eating my THC gummies, then it's even worse.
Are those Airhead THC gummies?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bro, didn't even know those were a thing.
Yeah, they look like little strips, and you just tear off a little piece. And
so just so you know, Smokes, Roach has a channel for UFOs and aliens, and
they're definitely real.
Yes. Yeah. But he also does a lot of stuff with THC and smoking, and advocate for Roach and
employee protection for medical marijuana. That's what I'm an advocate for.
but him just showing the airheads, that's pretty dope. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Can you get that online?
And they're not for kids. No,
the edibles these days are so dangerous because they're all kid candy packaged. So
I know,
I agree with that.
My kids saw those airheads, they'll be like, I didn't eat it, Dad. I promise I didn't eat it.
I got Dorito chips, all kinds of stuff.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Boy, you got to show me some of these things. You got to share
some
of these. All right, Roach, I'm going to keep you on with us. I know you got stuff to talk about. I'll let you say your share.
I have an analogy.
Let me bring on a couple of other people in here. Let me bring on Great One DeVore, who hasn't been on in a long time. My man, Great One, what's up, dude?
What up? What's going on, man? How you doing? Fellas,
I miss you,
how y'all
man.
doing?
It's been a while. Long time no see.
You know, I just been hanging back. Dolphins fan base has been pretty toxic. I've just been watching.
You've just been watching. I feel, dude, I do this every day. I got you. For those of you who don't know, Great One DeVore is like an OG to the YouTube community. He's been doing this. He was one of the originals who still has a YouTube channel. And it was one of the original Dolphins YouTubers. He is, I guess you would say you're a forefather of the Dolphin YouTube community, right? Is that a fair statement, Great One? I think that's a fair statement.
So he lit the torch.
I don't want
the hell of an introduction.
I don't want it to come out like that, but I guess we could roll.
I'm the one who said it, Great One. You can get on me.
I can respect it. I can respect it. Cool. I'll take the title.
All right. So what do you want? And I got you know what? Let me bring on one other person in here too. I'll bring on EM Dolphin. What's up, EM Dolphin?
What's good, Stephen D?
What's going on, guys? This is a great freaking panel this morning. Y'all better share this. I got Nikki Smokes. I got Roach. I got EM Dolphin and Great One DeVore.
Yeah, I had to come on this morning, bro. I had to take it, literally drop everything that I was doing, postpone my work day.
He's about to get on.
Postpone my work day to come on and address this nonsense that I'm hearing, bro.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
You know what?
Absolutely ridiculous.
We'll go EM Dolphin, Great One, and then Roach. That's how we'll do this. So EM, you start off first.
Stephen D, listen, bro. This is no shade at anybody. This is definitely no shade at you. I want to get that out of the way right now. First off, is my audio fine?
Your audio's fine. We can hear you perfectly.
For y'all to be sitting up for you and a portion of our fan base that, and again, I just want to address right now. I want to address the golfing on game day situation that transpired. First off, I've known about that for a minute, for a while, but I was shocked that Omar would come public with that information the other day. But when I first heard that, wow, I mean, I just couldn't, I understand. Listen, first off, before the haters come at me, I am not putting 100% of blame on Tua Tagovailoa. Not in any way, shape, or form. But my only issue with Tua, not Tua, because Tua's not bringing this. It's the fan base. The portion of the fan base that just want to blame everybody and their mother for the lack of production that we are getting from Tua on the football field. And to sit here and try to justify a man on game day, a player who is in, who was in, not the most ideal situation in terms of his production on the field and the personal issues within the organization. Don't just put this on Brian Flores. That was Chris Greer and Stephen Ross on them phone calls with Deshaun Watson trying to trade for him and bring him to Miami because of the lack of belief in Tua. So it's just not Brian Flores. So your solution to that, if you're Tua, if you're a professional, you've been given $30 million. The Dolphins have given you $30 million, right? The check cleared in the bank. And you are paid to be the best version of yourself mentally and physically. And you knowing the shitstorm, pardon my language, the shitstorm that you've been in since you were drafted here because of your lack of production on the field, your solution to that is to go golfing in spite of, you want to be really childish and say, well, look, I'm not going to play. I'm not playing today, so I'm just gonna go play golf with a beat writer. That's your solution to that. What about taking pride in your craft? What about taking that for however long it took him to go golfing that day to study extra film? You know what I mean? And for y'all to be sitting here and are not requesting the level of commitment from like a Tom Brady, from like a Russell Wilson, guys that are great, that don't mind putting in the additional preparation to be great. Y'all are not requesting that, and the expectation is not from your 5th overall pick. Y'all are not putting that same level of expectation on Tua.
Okay.
Y'all are ridiculous. Okay. And I'm sorry, Steven, but I've been sitting back.
You're not hurting my feelings, EM. You're not hurting my feelings at all.
For the fan base to sit here, the lack of expectations on a 5th overall pick, who you passed on 2 generational players.
Okay, all right. Hold up, EM. Let me quote.
That is ridiculous.
Let me quote an amazing movie. Attitude reflects leadership, Captain. And if your captain of your ship, which is Brian Flores at the time, is being petty, then him being petty is going to travel and trickle on down to the other players.
Listen.
Brian Flores don't make it right. I agree.
No. But, hang on. You're right. You're absolutely correct. And I said this on TV show the other day. Brian Flores, for his ineptitudes, his pettiness, if you will, he was fired for that. Punishment has been meted out to Brian Flores. He's no longer here anymore. So Tua, my God, and it's funny to bring up leadership. This is a direct reflection on leadership, bro. You really think Tom Brady before a game? Well, but if Brady does if Brady does that, he has earned the right to do that. He can do whatever the hell he wants to. He has 7 rings.
Hey, EM, can I add to that?
Tua has achieved nothing in this league, bro. It's been nothing but controversy since we selected Tua. And we all know how I felt about Tua pre-draft 2020. And this is coming from a man who had the highest evaluation on Tua coming out. So all you idiots just coming at me, saying I'm gonna flip, bro. A lot of you idiots didn't even know who Tua Tagovailoa was, bro. A lot of y'all only found out about him based off not only my evaluation, but Reeves' evaluation and others. So stop. Don't even come at me like that.
All right, EM. Let Great One go while Great One's about to go, and then Roach, I'll get to you. Let me bring on Chris from the Finn's Tailgate, El Capitan. Let me just say hello to you real quick, Chris. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother? I got to respond to EM, but I'll let the guys go first. I don't want to jump the rotation.
Okay, go ahead, Great One. What's up, man?
Hey, for one, well, we've been agreeing for quite some time. I guess, Em, you know what? Ever since we started having these group therapy sessions together, you've been more on my side of the spectrum lately.
No, well, I wouldn't say that. I'm not. I'm definitely not
Hey,
going to say that. Oh
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
saying
no,
that. Yeah, I think so.
no, no, no.
Because,
You thought Josh Rosen was the guy? No, I would never be on that side of the spectrum. That far left, bro.
hey,
Never.
I'm just saying,
But go ahead.
two ain't that
But
far
go
from the
ahead.
tree. Two is not that far from the tree right now.
Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Please stop.
Again, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with EM 1000% on this. Steven, you stated earlier that it's not that big of a deal, but the fact that the perception,
Oh Lord, I'm about.
the
Go ahead,
perception of Tua, Kim's coming out his own mouth, not knowing the playbook, and the underwhelming performance. The last thing I want to hear or see is Tua on the golf course before a game.
Fair.
And
Hundo.
yes, and the fact that you're your 5th overall pick, the expectations are high, especially for me because you moved on from 2 quarterbacks that I'm sorry, this is the fan base. I'm sorry. The fan base wanted to move on for 2 quarterbacks, and this is the guy that you said that this is going to be our savior and take us to the promised land, and I'm just not impressed.
And that's the thing too. It's like if he wasn't the 5th overall pick, if we didn't take him to be that franchise guy, if it was our 3rd string quarterback, no one would be having this conversation. No one would care. But as the 5th
I said that
pick,
earlier this week.
you got to change our franchise.
100%.
You're held to a different standard.
I said that if he was drafted in the 2nd round, there wouldn't be this much, craziness attached to him.
Like Jalen, even if Jalen,
it don't matter as long as you're the starter and you're not playing well. It doesn't matter.
All right, I want Roach to go, but Roach, before you go, I got 2 other people this is probably going to be the most epic panel I've had in a long time. Besides the ladies the other night, because there's nothing more epic than the ladies that I had the other night. But this is right behind it. This is a close second. TD Finns Talk and Von Joe, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm scared now.
It's about to go crazy. It's about to go crazy.
Y'all some haters, man.
You want a panel this morning,
I feel
sir.
honored. I feel honored.
Steven, why do you have you on here with TD? You know he got ops out here, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let Roach go. Let Roach say his piece. Go ahead, Roach.
I want to start with I hate Tom Brady, but he's a professional, right? He had so many outs with Bill Belichick during his time there, and not once did you see him step out of line and stop being a leader to the team, even though he didn't agree with everything Bill Belichick did. And the first chance Tua had to do it, he gave him the middle finger and went and did it, right? Now, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I was in the Navy for 14 years before I got medically retired as a chief. I saw people come in and go, and I was in charge of a unit where people were getting kicked out of the Navy for medical or for legal reasons. So I had to mentor these people. And the one thing that was consistent is either they weren't successful at their job because they didn't buy in to what the Navy was, right? To the program. 2, they're too distracted by the outside. And 3, they never wanted to be in the Navy to begin with, but they saw it as their only way to success. So I think Tua might fall into one of those 3 categories.
Oh,
I'm not sure which one.
You bringing up some wild takes there, bro.
That was a great
wild
analogy.
takes.
Wow.
Hold on, Roach.
Wow.
Uh-oh. I'm
Let
scared.
me
of TD.
ask you.
I'm scared of TD.
And be honest with you. Is the take that you favor the most as the situation is basically the environment and not liking it?
I think that my personal opinion is throughout his high school, college, peewees, and pros, that I don't think he was ever like, I want to be this guy. I think that
you mean the NFL quarterback?
Yeah, I think he was dragged through it, and then at that point, he's
by his dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think
that's all I can say is just wow.
Real talk. That's less wild of a take than y'all need to actually consider.
And that just comes from me.
No, the thing is when I'm thinking about it,
over 100. Honestly, I have considered it.
Yeah. But that's me seeing over 100 sailors come through and getting out. And that's just
I can't co-sign that.
From my life experience, just saying, hey.
Well, hold on, EM. Does it look like Tua's this guy that wants to be the next NFL great?
Well, based off what we've seen, if the reports are accurate, I want to preface that. I want to before with that first. Okay, if the reports are accurate, no, Tua just hadn't displayed the level of commitment and the level of
like Josh Rosen.
No, he's not Josh Rosen.
See how they move the
I know
goalpost
you a
for that,
great one.
TD. They always moving that goalpost, boy. I tell you.
Stop it. But no.
I'm
I
talking
would
about
say
level of commitment, bro. You remember the thing on Josh Rosen? He didn't need it.
no. Josh Rosen was like, see. Here's the thing with Tua, in my opinion. I said this on your show the other day, TD. See, that's why this whole lack of work ethic narrative, it's. I think it's painting. I don't think Tua's a lazy kid. I do not think Tua does not put in work. I just think he needs to take it up a level or two. I think Tua's mindset. Is because hang on. Let me finish. Can I finish, please? Let me finish. I think Tua's obviously one of the most accomplished players at the collegiate level we have ever seen. And I think his mind, he's thinking, well, I had this level of commitment at Alabama, which got me this level of results. I think he thinks that his application, again, the same application at Alabama, is sufficient enough for him to achieve that level of greatness in the NFL. And that's not uncommon of accomplished players transitioning from the collegiate level to the NFL level. That's not uncommon. I just think
so. Ian, you're saying like putting in his 40 hours? Putting in his 40 hours, you're saying? He ain't putting in overtime?
And if you go back and you listen to Brian Flores, and again, I'm not a Brian Flores apologist, but if you just go back and pull his pressers from last year, even going back to 2020,
rookie year,
what he would always drop that nugget of, well, yeah, this kid, he's putting additional, he needs to put in additional preparation. I'm impressed with him. I'm proud of him for, putting in additional hours of work. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what Flores would always reference if you would pay attention. So he's telling you. So I don't think Tua is a lazy kid by any stretch. He just needs to take his level of commitment up a notch or two to really be great on this level.
I think you're right.
That's why I think that's what it is.
I think he's concentrating on the wrong part of his game.
But hold on, quick question, guys.
Thank you.
Quick question. I will go back to that comment real quick because that's Terrence Hurton's comment is kind of wow. I don't know how true that is.
Hey, he agrees with me, so.
No, but I don't know how true it is about that he wanted to quit football, but he's playing because of his grandfather. But I don't know how true that is.
I never heard that either.
Yeah, so that's why I say I don't want to put too much.
His grandfather passed away. He contemplated quitting football or something like that, if I recall correctly.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I said objection, speculation.
That's
objection.
I can't co-sign that.
Exactly. That's why I can't. I don't want to really.
But everybody's seen those parents that drag you through football. Or
all right,
Steven, hold on, TD. I just want to ask a question. Do we know what Herbert is doing this offseason? Is it in the media?
It doesn't matter.
I do know that Herbert had a cot and would sleep at the facility.
But hold on, no. But hold on,
Don't do that,
hold on. We don't know, right?
Just telling you what I know.
It doesn't matter though.
Do we know what Burrow's doing during this offseason?
You know what? Herbert and Burrow deserve to go play around the golf.
No, but hold on, TD. That's the thing, TD. We don't know what they're doing this offseason. We don't know what they're doing this
I don't
offseason.
care what they doing.
I bet you they hit the ball farther than Tua does.
I know, but the thing is, they're successful. When you're successful, it doesn't matter. When you're successful, it doesn't matter.
There you go. Tua's not successful.
Exactly. That's why it matters. That's why he's being critiqued. I mean, Tua's his own enemy from day one. I always say that.
Can I please say something I got an issue with, man?
Go ahead, TD.
I know ain't nobody a Brian Flores apologist, okay? But I'm sorry. I got to come to his defense for a second here, okay? Brian Flores did not want to draft Tua Tagovailoa. They drafted Tua anyway. Brian Flores didn't kick and scream and cry that we drafted Tua. Brian Flores had the mindset, it is what it is. Let's make this happen. Let's put him to work. Let's go win. I treat him like my son. I love this kid. We go out to lunch to eat together. We got a great relationship. Tua was singing his praises. Everything was all good. And people quickly forget that this whole work ethic notion didn't start last year. This started his rookie season. And as soon as it started, Brian Flores started getting on him. And just because Brian Flores would get on him, people wanted to try to say the relationship soured. At the end of the day, if the coach gives an evaluation and realize you might not be the dude, but since I have you, let's try to make you the dude. And the only way that I might be able to make you the dude is pushing you and telling you you need to put in more work. And then every chance I get, I find out on your off days on Monday and Tuesday, instead of preparing for the next opponent, you were on the golf course. Yeah, I got a problem with that. Yeah, our relationship is going to sour. I got to deal with potentially losing or not getting the best version for the future. I got to deal with games like Buffalo. I got to deal with games like Tennessee, the Broncos, the Raiders, because you not putting in the extra work. Doggone right,
I
I'm
think
gonna
people
sabotage
forget
you.
something else, TD. It's Brian Flores' job on the line, too,
Exactly.
which he now doesn't have.
If I'm telling you to put the extra work in and you still out there golfing and you know that I'm mad about it and you know that I am chastising you even in front of other people and you don't change your behavior, I'm just supposed to be stuck with that? Hell, heck no.
So TD,
I'm gonna sabotage the heck to get you out of here. I don't want you as my guy. What is so wrong with what
we're
he
not gonna say
did?
the word sabotage. We're not gonna say
Yeah.
sabotage.
Don't
So,
say
TD.
sabotage, TD. That'd be career
No.
suicide for any
I
coach.
want to go to extreme because there's even justification for that. Because what is
No.
it?
Not.
Is it?
No, there's no justification for that,
No
TD.
justification
No.
for that, TD.
Hold on. Is Tua not
No.
sabotaging him? If Tua not sabotaging him,
How do you figure?
If he ain't winning
TD,
games, he
Brian
gonna
Flores
get
is
fired.
If
He's
a coach,
sabotaging
if
him.
a coach has a
Nah, bro.
responsibility, if a coach has a
TD
responsibility
wrong,
to
bro.
make you
TD.
better, hold on. If a coach has a responsibility to make you better, and you telling him what to do and he ain't doing it, but you gonna be held responsible for it, what the heck?
No, TD. That would be absolutely career suicide for a coach to deliberately put a player in a less than advantageous situation to quote unquote sabotage him, bro.
No, I get it, EM. No. I get what you're saying, EM. I only do that extreme to show people that I don't care. But if we want to go down the timeline of accuracy, it wasn't sabotage. What happened was when Brian Flores told Chris Greer and Stephen Ross, this ain't the guy for me. He don't have the work ethic. He falling short in these areas. We need to go get a franchise quarterback. All of them shook hands. All of them was on board. They all went out to try to go get Watson. And that's the sabotaging that people said, oh, he didn't put him in the best situation. He didn't want him anymore. He's sabotaging him.
Let me bring on two other people to this chat so they can give TD some real.
I got a question for TD.
I got crypto and I got Miss Fins.
But nobody, but can somebody please answer me? What in the heck is Brian Flores supposed to do if he's saying to his quarterback that he's being responsible to groom to do extra work to get better and he doesn't? What is he supposed to do?
Listen.
I say he should have brought in more competition.
TD, listen. You need we had this conversation the other day, bro. You need to choose your words a little more wisely. Flores cannot get to the point, even if he did not agree to it should have been drafted. There is no way in the world a coach would last in this league or at any level of this profession if he gets caught putting a player deliberately.
Bro, we just clarified the sabotaging, bro. We just clarified that.
Stop. He was just using that
people view as sabotaging. What people view as sabotaging EM is attempting to get another quarterback. That's what they're out here saying. Sabotaging
well, I didn't hear you.
was.
My bad. Okay.
So I want to ask you.
So somebody please answer the question: what is Flores supposed to do when he got a quarterback that he's given instruction on how he can take the next level and he's not doing it? Please indulge me.
You trade him. You trade him. You trade him.
Dolphin
But
fan,
they
let
won't
somebody-
trade him.
Hold on, EM. Let somebody else go. Somebody else. Answer.
Trade him to who?
Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Stephen D, and love the panel, by the way.
Do you want to answer TD's question?
Yes, I do actually. I have to absolutely I understand where TD is coming from. Flores is supposed to do whatever's best for the team. He's the head coach. He has to have that mindset, period, no matter who is the player that you're dealing with. So at this point, if Tua's not cutting it, if he's not showing that he's putting in the work that we need him to, And I can absolutely understand. I need somebody else. But that's exactly how it ends up being.
But it's sabotaging. It's sabotaging.
Already there. If you're already super balling out, then I can understand why they would want someone else.
Right.
Why having even golf? I don't care what you do in the off season, not in the off season, but in your off time. That's fine. But your career is NFL season. The minute NFL season starts, and that's still a part of the off season too. You need to put in those blinders on and only focus on your craft and being, like I said last night and this morning too, subject matter expert. So Flores is supposed to do whatever is best for the team. If that means getting the quarterback, that means getting somebody that's going to put in the work. Because guess what? Flores won Super Bowls, people. Everybody forgets he may have been a first-time head coach, but he was part of a locker room and a team that won Super Bowls.
Nobody's denied. Nobody.
Can I add something to that, Steven?
Go ahead, Crypto.
Hey, everybody remember when Greer gave that press conference and said, I have to do my due diligence when they was pursuing Watson and the word got out. Well, by that token, the coach has done his probably due diligence and said, well, we may need to move on because I've already done enough evaluation to know that we need to upgrade at this position. So he was just extending what Greer has already done with his due diligence. So by that definition, Flores did his due diligence already. That's what made him wanted to move off the quarterback.
They're using Flores as a scapegoat for this whole situation when this man ain't do nothing but support that kid early on.
Oh my God!
He's
what do you mean?
Steven, why do y'all ignore?
Steven.
Why are y'all ignoring Tua's rookie year? You know what's funny about it? Hold on. You know what's funny about Tua's rookie year? Y'all used to argue with us when we used to say Flores don't like him. What are you talking about? Flores support him. Flores got his back. Did you hear Flores today? Did you hear what Tua said today? Y'all used to argue that how much Tua and Flores
saying one thing in a press conference to make yourself look like the leader is a whole other thing than doing something the total opposite when you're
Tua said it
doors.
himself, and you saw the moment Tua stopped saying it is the moment when the work ethic issues start coming out because Flores start turning the heat up.
He also
has Tua gotten better every year he's been in the league? He has. He's improved.
At what?
Bro, you act like every year is 6 years or something.
Steven,
you got two years. This is the perfect question for the panel.
Question, because Steven, you saying that he did not like him, he did not support him. Do you think it was a good idea that Tua played that first season?
I said.
Was it a good idea for him to go play?
I think he should have sat the first year, the entire.
Okay, and Flores wanted him to do that, Steven.
Exactly. So Flores. That wasn't Flores' idea. Flores wanted to protect him.
And
did he not?
Whose idea was it for him?
You know it was.
You know whose idea it was.
Steven.
Come on, Steven. Don't play coy with me, sir.
One that wanted to get the
do that.
He wanted to go ahead and sell some more jerseys, and he's the one that wanted Tua to play. That's why, especially when we brought in Tua for literally one play or two plays, and how the crowd went. I was there that game, and even I was like,
that Jets game
at the second half.
Ross wanted him to actually play because he wanted to sell more tickets and more jerseys. Ross was only thinking about the Dolphins, and that's why I said whenever he gets involved, bad things happen. This was one of them. Tua should have sat the entire year.
Ross wasn't thinking about the Dolphins. Ross was thinking about jersey sales.
Yeah, everybody's got a different job title and has a different agenda too.
Real quick,
I mean, the owner trying to sell the Dolphins, the head coach trying to keep his job and win football games.
Right.
Correct, Chris. Yeah.
Has anybody on this panel ever taught a class, homeschooled a kid or anything? And you'll notice they tend to study what they're comfortable with and not what they're uncomfortable with. True. So I think that maybe Tua's lack of work ethic might not be the physical him training, because I see he does that, but it might be in the film room and studying and learning the game of football, because I have not seen him be able to read a defense improved in 3 years.
Say that first part again. Say that first part again.
Man.
What
This
part?
I can't offer any pushback on that one.
Dude, I already
I
got
can't offer any
pushback on that one.
EM, you're gonna have to give away your newest jersey, EM.
Is there anybody? So
Make
my
a poll out
question-
of that.
My
Make a
question, my question to this panel right now, and I'm going to go to Great One and El Capitan here first. I'll go to Great One and El Capitan. Is there anybody on this panel that is like, this is a stupid conversation to be having about the golf stuff? Is there anybody that agrees this is a stupid conversation? Am I the
Oh, I
only
did
one
a
that
show.
thinks this?
No,
I did a
relevant
show last
conversation?
night
He's a starting
talking
quarterback.
about
It's
how
totally
stupid
relevant.
it is. I actually took it one
You're
step
the one.
dumber by saying that was a game he won. He should golf before
He didn't win that
every
game.
until.
Bro,
Well,
whoa,
whatever.
Are you talking about the Rams
The
game?
score was
What if he
63
lost?
at halftime.
So,
What if he
time
lost?
out.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, you talking
I
about the
thought it
Rams
was
Hold
game?
on.
Which game you
What if he
talking
The
about?
Ravens game.
Hold on.
What if he
The
lost,
Ravens
bro?
game. He
Hold
won
on.
that
First
game. He
of
didn't
all-
win
What,
that
what
game.
if we had lost that game?
He
First
What
did
if we had
all-
lose.
lost that game?
First of all, I don't care what nobody say. It was not the freaking Ravens game. And here's even more proof it wasn't the Ravens game, okay? And one of the beat writers even elaborated on this morning because I was told this last night. The Ravens game, they used this as a cover because remember, they were proven. Remember last year during the season when on Monday evening or Tuesday morning, they showed pictures of Tua golfing just fine, and the narrative was, oh, he was healthy enough to golf. They remember that,
TD.
and they all no, actually Friday or Saturday after the Ravens game that happened. They
was the very
remembered
next
that
day, it
and
was
said
Friday.
yeah, that's when it was. He was healthy enough to golf. The truth of the matter was, it was not the Ravens game because it has been documented. Tua actually went golfing the morning after the Ravens game to prove that he was healthy enough. That happened the morning after the freaking game. People just tried to tie that together and say it on their live streams, acting like it was a fact. It was a big stinking freaking lie.
Well, I'm
It
glad
was
you
not
cleared
the
that up,
freaking Raven
TD.
game.
Because if he did it before the game and won, that's like, superstitious stuff. Then you do it every game and win until it don't work no more.
Bro, I was told it was a game that the man didn't even play.
That's not even feasible.
He didn't even play, but he was listed as
Obviously,
the backup.
that's what I'm saying, though.
Well, if it's a
That's
game
my
that he didn't
point.
play,
It's
then
a
it becomes
stupid subject.
irrelevant.
No,
That's-
it doesn't become irrelevant because you're listed as the
Obviously
backup.
not
If the starter
irrelevant.
gets hurt, you still need to be prepared and ready.
Yeah, I get that,
It's ridiculous. You
Like-
cannot play golf
but still,
like that and then play a football game. It's
But this is the same mindset that he had during his rookie season, why he didn't know the playbook because he wasn't expected to play that season.
Steven, the
You know,
reason why
Steven, I gotta
this
put
isn't
Steven.
stupid,
Even
the
that-
reason why
Hang
this
on.
isn't stupid,
Hold on,
because
hold on.
we
that
have
gives
a
him
number
2 weeks
5
of study,
overall pick
CD.
that is underwhelming.
Okay.
Let Great One DeVore go. Great One, go ahead.
What was the question? I'm sorry. We
I thought you were
touched
saying
on from that being a lie to something else, and we gotta get me up to speed here. What was your
No,
question, Steven?
I thought you were the one that was saying, was it Crypto that was saying you wanted to ask me a question?
Oh
or
no,
Ian?
no.
I've come to, by the way, Stephen, I've come to a full conclusion that Tua is a passive aggressive / I'm just gonna let the media form their own notion, and I'm not gonna say anything because I want to keep clean.
And let your trainer fight for you.
All right, and exactly.
Well, y'all,
Damn.
when you make
No,
a
think
statement
of
like that,
no,
you
no,
just
no,
sound
wait a
like
minute,
a
hold
hater.
on.
You
Hold
sound
on.
hater.
Shots
Why are
fired.
you stirring the pot?
Hold on.
Once
Roach,
again,
they gonna
Joe?
come. They
Hey,
coming for you.
Hey,
They coming
I
for you
need to
today,
eat more of
bro.
these.
Your
These
career
man.
is
Steven,
over,
let's think
Von
about it.
Joe.
Let's have a conversation, Steven. Let's think about it.
Damn.
So from day one, right? He said he lied to us. He lied to this fan base. He lied to this team. Hey, I am perfectly healthy and I'm ready to start day one, right? Come to find out he was not healthy. So, all right, we drafted him number 5. We gave him the bag. $30 million guarantee. Hey, man, go take care of your family. Congratulations. You're a liar. Boom, right?
Ooh,
Hey,
that fan base not gonna like that.
Hey, it's the truth. They don't have to like it.
They not gonna like that.
Hey, sometimes the truth is
They
bitter,
gonna
man.
they gonna tear you up, Bonjo.
Oh boy.
Listen,
Hey,
whatever. They
They
can't
are
touch
gonna
me.
eat you alive, bro.
But I have a question.
All
I have a
press-
question.
Hold on.
about
That's
that,
what
though.
happened. That's
I have
what
a
he
All
did
right,
to
question
go
us.
ahead,
about that.
TD. What's your question?
In real talk, I ain't even trying to be controversial, but let's be honest here. Let's talk about this. What kind of NFL quarterback allows that type of mouthpiece?
What do you mean?
You mean
What
his
type
trainer?
of NFL quarterback got your trainer and all of that out here speaking on your behalf, defending? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me.
That's
So,
the other thing.
so time out, TD.
Why
TD,
do your trainer have to post
Careful,
everything that you
TD.
do?
We're not
I
gonna
listen. I don't have to be
Careful,
careful. I'm a
TD.
grown. I don't have to be careful. I'm a grown man.
Hey,
For his trainer to do that,
TD,
for his trainer to do that, Tua had to give him the okay.
Come on, y'all are bringing up Nick again.
No.
guys.
See,
Steven. We didn't bring up Nick. Nick brought up Nick.
See,
Now we're
y'all
on the passive
prefacing
aggressiveness.
See, y'all are trying to preface this to Nick. I'm looking past Nick. I am asking what kind of QB.
I'm looking Nick straight in the eye.
What type of quarterback? What type of quarterback even allows his trainers to be speaking to him?
Wow.
I'm not talking
Because you
about
know
Nick.
what's going to happen right now. Somebody's going to clip this. Somebody's going to tag Nick in this. And then
It's on now, Rose. I'm telling you now, Rose.
Conversation's going to be,
No, Steven, that's all child's play. I don't care about that. Well, I have a question about Tua. What type of NFL quarterback is allowing that to even happen?
So two things. Number one.
So TD, you saying Tua should be policing this himself?
You police the team around you.
I'm telling you, he's passive aggressive.
Half of these things wouldn't even be discussed if it wasn't for that.
He's passive aggressive.
First of all, Nick is a grown man, just like Tua is a grown man.
Right.
And if Nick's going, if Nick is
Tua
helping,
Tua act like a little boy hiding behind his dad.
Why are we talking? Why are we talking about? Why are y'all trying to make
bro?
No, I'm tired.
It's gonna be a massacre today on these social media platforms.
After attacking and cold, man.
But Joe, that's real brutal.
Just for the record,
Steven, why are y'all trying to make this about Nick? I asked a question about Tua.
I'm not making it about Nick. I'm making it about Tua being passive aggressive
time
and
out,
acting like
Bonjo.
being a little boy hiding behind his daddy.
Let me answer the question. TD's question is,
why
is Tua allowing Nick to speak for Tua?
That was
right?
my question.
That's what your question, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and here's my answer to you.
His question.
Number one, it's irrelevant because Tua chooses not to speak and play into all this baloney, all this craziness that's going on social media. Who cares what the fans think? That's not his job to respond to the fans. His job's to go out and win football games.
Then why couldn't he have that same demeanor about who cares who we might trade you for?
Because he's a human, right?
My point exactly. He's a human. So Steven, it's not irrelevant. All I'm saying to you is, tell me what other quarterback in the NFL has a circle that's doing this.
I can't speak for that. I can't speak for that. But what I do know is that Nick is a grown ass man. The same
Nick
way
has the right to do as he pleases.
Okay, so
Nick can speak about Tua all he wants. I am asking about why Tua is allowing this.
Right, that's why.
See, y'all making this about Nick. I am asking y'all why. Let me ask you this: if Nick was running around here saying Tua's struggling with the playbook, Tua is not throwing accurately, Tua is struggling with this, you think Tua gonna allow that?
It'd be deleted an hour later.
Wait a
You
minute.
think Tua's gonna allow that? So don't tell me it's irrelevant. Y'all pick and choose what you want to be irrelevant.
That's not true.
Steven, answer the question then. If the man was saying Tua was struggling with this, Tua was struggling with that, is this going to be allowed?
Time out. Who's saying that and who's saying
well, thou shalt not talk negative about Tua Tagovailoa.
It's gonna be a good day today, boy.
If Nick was saying those things on social media, would it be allowed?
Damn. Y'all know that heat is coming. That heat is coming, boy.
Hold on,
You know the answer to that, Steven.
Here's a better question for social media.
Though, so why am I playing? A
yeah, my point exactly. It's that flip flopper.
Hold on, TD.
Behavior.
Hold on.
No,
TD, hold on. We have 3 years of workout videos. 3 years of workout videos, right? How come if we already know the biggest argument is the playbook? How come them boys haven't dropped? His team hasn't dropped. Hey, Tua got the playbook down pat. He's in there studying. How come we're not talking about that? But we're showing these videos of him throwing the ball around.
Bro, I don't understand why Dolphins Nation is this level of hypocrisy.
I'm just putting you on mute because I'm getting a lot of feedback from you. That's all. I'll let
There's
you.
No defense on the field, and you throwing out. Oh, hey man, look how he's ripping it. He got the torque back. I don't care about none of that torque. I don't care about none of that. There's no defense on that field. I don't care about your physical because I always was worried about your mental aspect of things.
Man, this
is you can throw 100 miles per hour and it goes to the other team. It does mean nothing.
The hypocrisy in this fan base is unreal, bro.
Good point.
Just like I said,
no
if
defense.
Jesse Davis was the one out there playing golf before a game, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Now that I do agree with. That I do agree with.
You know who's also physically gifted?
If Noah Igbenogany, if they film Noah Igbenogany golfing
and put the caption, this was before a game,
he would be cut. They would cut him.
Instantly.
So yeah, I agree
Most
with
likely,
100%. The hypocrisy, bro, is ridiculous.
Instantaneously.
It's ridiculous.
But meanwhile, you got this kid up here hiding behind his daddy. And hey man, I'm not gonna say anything to stir the waters. I'm just gonna let my little minions.
There's two things. Number one, I think it's, and I love everybody on this panel. Let's just get that straight. I love everybody on this panel.
We love you too, Steven.
But what I will say is this: for y'all to say all this mess about Tua or Nick or whoever. Number one, nobody
mentioned Nick.
Hold on,
I ain't in that. I'm not in that.
Let me finish my statement.
I didn't mention. No, Ian Dolphin fan didn't mention Nick. I didn't mention Nick. Stop. Don't put that.
TD fans talk mention Tua, but if you want to say I mentioned Nick, they're gonna do it anyway. So who cares?
If I have a problem with Nick Hicks, Tua, his daddy, his mama, his grandmama, I will say that. But Ian Dolphin fan, I didn't say anything in regards to Nick Hicks.
Okay.
Why are people scared of Nick?
Nobody's scared. Nobody's scared of Nick. Nobody's scared of Nick. I'm just saying.
Last time I checked, Nick is to determine the price of Bitcoin, so I don't give a damn about Nick.
Y'all know how this panel is going to be received.
He doesn't determine the price of Bitcoin, so I don't care about him.
First off,
who I'm addressing, and that's our quarterback.
First and foremost, whoever asked that question, why are people scared of Nick? No. It's not that. It's the fact that somebody is going to clip what was just said, put it on Twitter. He 9 times out of 10 will respond to it because obviously it bothers him. And then the two ears are going to come out like little roaches and attack you. And I'm here for it. I love every bit of it.
Maybe they'll watch.
The sad part about it is I wasn't even talking about Nick.
Twitter don't pay my bills.
So
Twitter don't help me. Don't feed my kids.
What I want to tell you,
Stephen,
Steve.
None of that.
Stephen, what I want to tell you.
I'd like to say this. Can I say
my
something?
Portfolio doesn't rise
talk
or
on my
fall
show?
based
Can
on
I
Nick
talk
Hicks.
on my show? Can I talk on my show?
Apparently not, you can.
Okay. All right. Now, what I was saying I was saying some of the same things y'all were just saying. Number one, you know that's not how this is going to be looked at. It's going to be looked at Dolphin fans or whoever specifically, probably me because it's on my show, was being critical of Nick or being critical of Tua or being whoever. I have said vehemently for the last 2 days, him playing golf is the stupidest, silliest argument in the world. If he played golf on a Thursday morning game, now TD, I understand you have sources and you have things to say otherwise. I can only go on what I know. And what I know so far is that he's allegedly played golf on a Thursday morning. TD, where'd you go? Why'd you walk away, TD? He allegedly played golf on a Thursday morning, right? And so that tells me if the
TD went golfing.
If the man went and played golf on a Thursday morning,
who
cares?
Cares?
What do you mean? Who cares, Steven? That is ridiculous, man.
Business.
Steven,
they won that game. Why are we talking about
it? What if they lost? What if they lost, Steven? Hang on. What if they lost, bro?
They didn't lose.
And first off, the defense won that game, bro. That's first and foremost.
The defense definitely won that game.
And let's get something straight.
Stop, man.
The other thing
ridiculous.
Is, it wasn't that this was a petty thing between him and Flores. That's what really needs to be talked about here.
No. That sounds like you think Tua is the only one that has it at that position in this league that has issues with coaches?
Come on, bro.
You think he's the only one? What about taking pride in your craft?
No,
let me speak. Hang on, let me finish.
You let me speak, Em. This is my
man. You better be glad I'm at work, bro. You better be glad I'm out here working. I got these people looking at me like I'm crazy walking by me right now. You better be glad. But go ahead. Go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
I love you, but you are crazy, okay?
Go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
Number 2, okay? I've never seen a fan base dissect and break down or scrutinize more than one player the way the Dolphins fans do to Tua. It's unreal. That alone is petty, okay? It's petty. And I get it. Dolphin fans are scarred. We want to win. I get it. I want to win. I understand it. But this argument about Tua playing golf or about Tua and his work ethic, nobody here is around Tua 24 hours a day. Tua could be putting in 14 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. It wouldn't matter. None of us know that.
But it doesn't translate
That's
to the
not
field,
the point, Stephen D. Hang on. Are you done? Are you done?
Tua's not the lone reason for us winning and losing games.
That's not the goddamn point, Stephen. Listen, hang on. Listen, that's not the damn point. The point is, show me a great player in this league, with the exception of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan can do whatever the hell he want to do. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT of all GOATs. But especially a player that is struggling to establish himself in this league, right? You mean to tell me a player, again, to a status, not only within the league, but within an organization, you specifically, if you was in Tua's shoes, knowing the issues that you've had internally, you got not just the coach, but the whole front office don't believe in you, right? Mm-hmm. There's issues with, okay, if the reports are accurate, work ethic, lack of work ethic, et cetera, et cetera. Your solution to that, when you are trying to establish yourself and you want to be the guy for this team for the foreseeable future, your solution is to go golf. It's not a matter. He could have put in 8 hours prior to him going 8 hours of film study. Hang on, Stephen D.
I'm hanging.
Tua could have put in 8 hours of film study prior to going and playing that golf game. But it's about being self-aware. It's about leadership. It's about being aware that the optics of you playing golf on game day, how that's going to be perceived to not only to the NFL but your fan base. That's a part of leadership.
Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead, DeVore.
Okay.
Go ahead, DeVore.
Okay. So you remember that playoff game the New York Giants was about to play. I can't remember who they was about to play, but there was a picture that came out with Odell Beckham Jr. on a yacht in Miami before the game.
That was during an off week where they went down and he brought his own wide receiver. It does not matter,
but you dropped 4 or 5 balls that game.
I'm not here to talk about Eli.
But it's the same thing, though. It's the perception.
Odell Beckham.
It's just the perception of it doesn't translate to the field by you doing on your off time tour. You're golfing, and when you go get on the field, you're not performing the way you're supposed to be performing.
Ridiculous.
And I'll give you a better Stephen. I'll give you a better example. I'll give you an even better example, Stephen.
I'm ashamed to be a Dolphin fan, bro, to hear our fan base trying to justify that. I'm ashamed.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
There's a bad echo right now.
So listen, Stephen. Coaches have repeatedly said it is impossible to 100% prepare for the next team you play. You get as much work as you possibly can up into game time, and you go out and you perform whatever it was you could put together in best way you can. That's why you got Tom Brady driving to the game on the phone with his OC talking about certain plays and what I saw last night and this morning.
Tom Brady calls his own plays, TD.
No, but you're missing it, Stephen. You always do stuff like that to ignore the point being made. I want you to listen.
Okay,
Stephen, you cannot fully prepare for a team. That's why you have to maximize every waking minute you can to go into that game best prepared. And this is the whole notion that people need to understand. And this will settle it because everybody should believe this one principle. The more work you put in on something, the better chance you have of doing it, right or wrong.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
That's all it is, Stephen. If you're underperforming and underwhelming, you should
that's
be
a
doing
direct
nothing
quote.
but
That's a direct quote from Flores. Remember when Flores said that in one of his interviews?
You should be spending as much free time as you can perfecting your craft and doing the best. You know what, bro? I'm done arguing this point. This ain't nothing but another excuse for Tua.
So Stephen, hold on, Stephen.
Hold on, wait.
Hold on, real quick, because you said who cares? You know, Jamarcus Russell didn't put much into his craft.
I swear.
I'm just saying, Jamarcus
Russell. Are we comparing Jamarcus Russell to Tua and Alfonso? Please, let's not do that.
Yes, we are. Anybody who was underperforming that didn't put in the work, Jamarcus Russell probably could have been better, even if he didn't make it.
Well, there's levels to there's levels to ineptitude. Stop.
But
there's levels to ineptitude, and Tua, please don't put Tua in a category of Jamarcus Russell. Stop, please.
Of course, Lean has more more impact than golf.
Even if you still don't make it, you can still be better than what you were. The more work you put in, it doesn't mean you'll get the end result.
I understand that, but don't stop, because you know how this panel is going to be received. They're going to hear Tua and Jamarcus Russell, and they're going to run with it.
Right now, how it's going to be received.
Sometimes
they'll
you have
glance
to,
over the point being said and use Jamarcus Russell as the distraction.
Sometimes you got to go to extremes because they both have the same amount of playoff wins.
All right, let Donald of San Antonio and Rashad.
Well, Joe, we
go
going
ahead,
down that
Donald.
road.
Go ahead, Donald.
I want to say something.
Man.
All right, hold on. Let Donald and Rashad go. They haven't gone yet. I just brought them on. They were waiting patiently in the back room. Go ahead, Donald. Floor is yours.
What's up, panel? I'm glad to hear the discussion. We are
makes one of
passionate about our team. I do have one question. Tua is the exception. If any other player on the Miami Dolphins did what Tua is doing right now, what would you say? If that was Austin Jackson, if
I'm
that
sure
was,
he's doing it right now.
Here's the thing.
Crazy.
If that was Xavier Howard, if that was Byron Jones, if that was Emmanuel Ogba,
it wouldn't even be a conversation. It wouldn't even be a conversation.
Because they perform.
Donald.
My only point about all of this is this. Ladies and gentlemen, you now, if you are on a 53-man roster in the NFL, this is not a hobby for you now. It's a job. You are getting paid to do a job. When people, whether in the organization or on the outside of the organization, see that you are not as committed, because that's the optics.
Sourly, not hourly.
As committed to your craft, getting the type of money that you are getting paid, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And the only thing I'm going to say, and I'll be quiet about this, I love my team, been a fan since 1969, but I will tell you, I am not spending one penny on this team until two things happen. A, Stephen Ross is no longer the owner, because a lot of this stuff is perpetual. Two, if we are to sit up and think all of a sudden with the players we got, this team all of a sudden is going to be better than it has in the last 5 years, we are living in a pipe dream. We have done the same thing over the past 5 years that has plagued this franchise. We have gotten a young rookie head coach, and now all of a sudden, this is supposed to turn everything around to what's staring us in our face right now. The only one who goes out there on that field and play are the players. And if the players don't give a rat's rear about what they do in order to get there, in order to be what they need to be, we got a bigger problem. And if this man, our new rookie head coach, does not head it off now, which he has the potential, I'm going to stand back and watch. Then we're going to see what we're going to have.
And Donald, I think you bring up a lot of good points. Thank you for saying what you said. I will say this. I think a lot of Dolphin fans agree with you. I think a lot of them are in the same boat. Rashad, what did you want to add to the conversation?
How y'all doing? I was just listening, and like, we are so angry about what Tua did the day before the game. We have no idea what he did that whole week preparing. We don't know if he was like, let me just take some stress off right now. I know I'm not playing, but I've been studying so hard. Let me just take a break real quick. And the fact that we believe he played 18 holes by 9 o'clock, because we know there's a time they have to get to the game. We actually see it. They post it on their Instagram, all Twitter, all of that. We see what time they come in. If the game was at 1 o'clock, he got there by 9, and he played 18 holes.
Nobody ever said that.
By then.
Nobody ever said that, but
he could have been on the range.
I get what your point is, Rashad. I get what your point is. I think you bring up a fair point. One more person I want to bring in who's going to disagree. Hold on, Go ahead, Miss Fins. I'm gonna bring in one other person after you, and then I'm sure it's gonna cause a ruckus. The person I'm gonna
Perfect. I don't mind.
Is it Nick?
Listen,
No,
this is
I
the
would
thing,
love for
and
that
I
to
have to agree with Donald, and I said this before. You're a professional at this point when you make it to the NFL. You need to do your craft. But the other thing, too, that a lot of people are forgetting is that, oh, you don't, I keep hearing, you don't know what he did to prepare. You don't know what he did. It doesn't matter if you're starting or not. It doesn't matter if you're injured or not. You should always be prepared. You should always be
Right.
preparing.
Who said he's not
Always.
prepared?
So no, because it
Your
the
play
way
on
that
the
it's
field says it.
Oh
it,
my God. Yeah. And
no.
everybody
The
else on
way
the
that
field,
I say
everybody else
what I'm
was
saying
prepared except
is
for two.
Well, they ain't
that
out there playing
you
golf.
should always be
We don't know that.
preparing. And
Exactly.
now
Keep it that way.
I play golf, so I know that helps with hip rotation and a
It
bunch of
sure
other
does.
stuff. So I
It
get that.
sure does.
But at the end of the day, even this whole tit for tat with Flores, even if he wasn't starting and he wanted to prove that he could, he should have just kept preparing and focused on the game versus actually doing something else outside of the game. And I think that's where people are upset. You should always be preparing yourself. Period.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
Now,
All right.
But I
Hold
don't
on.
think
Hold on.
Tua's
Hold on.
petty
One more
enough.
person, and then I will let y'all go.
Rashad.
Get
Rashad.
it on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I just wanted to
Monjo,
yeah.
Monjo, give me 1 second. Let me bring on one more person. Let him say his piece, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because then it's gonna go crazy. I already know. Alexander, go ahead and say your piece because I already know how you're gonna go, and you're about to rip into everybody.
Let
Go
me
ahead,
mute
Alexander.
myself.
Brady, I
There's-
wish he would try to rip into me.
Go ahead,
I saw your comment.
Alexander.
three
I
things.
saw your
There's-
comment, but
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Let
there's
him go.
two-
Let Alexander talk.
there's
Do
two
not
things.
interrupt
First
Alexander.
First of all, I respect your takes, but they're completely wrong. That's one. Okay. Number one, Ford sabotaged himself. He caused himself to be fired. He's his own worst enemy. Okay. He was anti-Tua from the beginning of the draft day. 2 years ago, he wanted Jordan Love all the way at 5, not Tua. And here's the thing: any GM will do your due diligence and go and talk about and go get Deshaun Watson. Okay, any GM will want to do that, but then he stuck with his quarterback because that's who Chris Greer wanted to be under center was Tua Tagovailoa. The front office believes in Tua. I believe in Tua. Okay, all this work ethic is a pure garbage. All this work ethic that he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, pure basura.
Then he's garbage.
Alex,
He's
it was
garbage.
only the massage parlors that made
Go
Greer
ahead.
stick with
Go
Tua.
ahead, guys. Go.
Hey, they don't
Release
believe
it
in
out.
Tua.
Ethic there,
Only
he's
the
garbage,
massage
and he
parlors that
garbage.
made Greer stick with Tua.
Who are we to say what he does in his offseason?
Then
Who
if
are we
his
to
work
say?
ethic ain't a question, then what's the
we
excuse
are
for his
sitting
poor
here-
play?
We are here. First of all, what poor play?
What's the excuse
If
for
you can't
everybody's
recognize
poor
that,
play?
then I don't even know what you came here
Tua
to talk about.
improved last season.
This dude is delusional. I don't even know him. He delusional, bro.
Oh God.
Hey, it was. Oh my
Tua doesn't
God!
have poor
Everybody
play.
on that
There's
team.
a reason he
Real quick,
stuck
I
with
want to
Tua
ask.
over
Hang
Deshaun
on,
Watson.
real quick.
Everybody
I got
It's
one
called
question.
Massachusetts.
about
I
the
got a
rookies
question
on
to
the
the
O-line,
to
right?
Alexander.
Everybody wants to forget the rookies on the O-line, right?
Oh.
Everybody wants to forget about Devontae Parker in and out of the lineup.
Hey,
Right?
Alexander, let
That's
Ian
how he's
ask
the
you a
one
question.
receiver.
I got a
Alexander,
question.
let
I
Ian
got a
ask
question
you a
for
question.
No,
Alexander.
it's hard to forget those things, Alexander, because
Listen,
everybody keep bringing them
listen.
as excuses.
See, this is another issue that I
I
have
like
with
to see
these
Aaron
two.
Rodgers
here.
before
Hang
Brees
on,
in this line.
hang on. See, here's another issue that I have with these Tuaneers in the community, right?
I'm not a Tua, I'm a Dolphins fan, by the way.
What's that?
I'm a Dolphins fan, not a Tua.
No. Well, okay. Well, that's debatable. But anyway,
I'm okay.
That's not what it sounds like.
That's extremely
Definitely
debatable.
not what
But
it sounds
anyway,
like to me.
If
listen.
we move on from
This,
Tua, I'm okay with that next season. If he doesn't
hang
perform
on.
this
Let me
season, then
see.
I'm okay
This
to
is
move
the
on.
issue. Can I ask you the question? You gonna let me ask you a question, bro? Please.
Go ahead, Ian. My bad.
I caught your comment in the I caught your statement in the comments earlier about everybody on this panel is not they don't support Tua. See, this is another. Hang on.
That's a terrible
This is another
statement.
damn.
Blank
Hang
statement.
on. This is another issue I have with the fan base. You cannot be critical of Tua. See, the issue I have with Tuaneers and people like that harbor that type of mentality. You are driven primarily by your feelings. You are in love with Tua the man, right? and you are not able, either you refuse to just be it can be only two things. Either you're not mentally capable enough to interpreting film and really formulating an accurate evaluation based off what the film tells us, or you just choosing to live in your feelings. Which one is it? Because if you're going to sit up here and try to make an argument about what I'm talking about, Tua's play on the field, it has been average at best, bro. For a top 5 pick, that is not being acceptable. And that is where my evaluation started and it remains. It's about the film. So for you and others like you to get up on these panels and frequent these platforms and get and stay in the chat and say that people that are objective and they keep it about the film, when you say you don't support Tua, that's ridiculous. That's the issue I have with people like that. Which are just like the comment you just made about nobody supporting him. You need to stop. You and other people in 2 years need to stop that.
I've gone to every game, so I don't know.
Okay,
you must be looking at something else with the quarterback play. You've been going.
Did you go to the Tennessee game, Alexander?
And I forgot. Oh, you talk about where the defense didn't show up?
I asked you, did you go to the Tennessee game?
Whoa, you are not going to put that on. Boy, if you don't.
Did you go to the Buffalo game?
Alexander.
The offense only scored 3 points, Alexander. Come on, man.
How are you at both panels, Borg?
You got to hit the reset button on that
do
one,
it to yourself,
Alex.
Alexander. Don't do it to yourself.
Everybody, hold on for 1 second. 1 second. I'm not going to see him make excuses for Tua because he had a bad game.
You just said the defense didn't show up.
But let me tell you something. It wasn't just Tua that had a bad game. It was the entire team that had a bad game.
Yo, go sit in the corner, man.
The Dolphins had a bad game, okay? Not Tua. Tua had a bad game, but Dolphins had a bad game.
Filthy Cat 305.
Hey, what was the score? What was the score at halftime in that game?
Devontae Foreman ran for
I have high standards. I'm okay with that.
What was the score? What was the score at halftime in that
Everybody wants to
game?
forget that, right? Everybody wants to
if you
forget
take
Devontae
all the
Foreman
yards,
ran for 130.
Alex, don't
Get the
take
hell
on
out of
the
here.
entire panel by yourself, man. It's not going to end well for you.
It didn't start well. It didn't start well for him. What are you talking about? It started well for him.
You know what's weird?
It's not gonna end well. It never started well.
Hey, Vancho, you know what's weird?
I forgot.
I think he'll appreciate
130 yards by 4th-string running back.
It's weird that we
130 yards by 4th-string running back.
We raise up people who get adversity.
EM. Come on, bro. I saw what you put in the back channel. Stop it between you.
Do you see what that motherfucker's putting in the back? Did you see his comment?
Swear jar. I just saw yours.
Did you see his comment?
Hold on. Let me go look.
EM, I said something, but I didn't. But EM, you know I'm not gonna. You guys know I'm not gonna.
Hold on, Roach. Hold on, Roach is trying to say something.
You got one of these bitch ass 2 years talking shit in the back, bro.
Come on, man. Swear jar, bro.
All right,
Roach, what you trying to say?
I'm trying to say we praise. We praise these people.
Time out 1 second.
Roach has been trying to say something.
Hold on, real quick.
Roach, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. EM, if I bring on Green Rat up here, I don't need no swear jarring. I don't need no swear jarring.
Steven, don't do that.
I can't promise that. This motherfucker's calling. Hey, bro, he getting real disrespectful, bro.
Steven.
Oh no, I can't promise that. You bring this bitch ass up here. I'm telling you now, bro. The way this motherfucker coming at me, oh no. I'm sorry, I can't promise that.
Hold on, before Green Rat come up here. Hold on, no, Alex, you hold on. You already said your blasphemy. Roach, what you were saying?
But I want to ask you something real quick.
I just want to say that we raise up like people like Tom Brady, who had adversity when he came in. Peyton Manning had adversity on his way in. We raise up all these people for how they handled themselves, but all we see is this: he's not handling adversity well. And then the last thing I want to say is with that whole trainer battling people on Twitter, that guy's paid by
Green Rat in the background, in the back in the private chat. Do you want to come on? Yes or no, Green Rat?
So he had to. So Tua knows what he's saying. So he's okay with what he's saying.
In the private chat. Ooh.
So that means that he don't handle the adversity well, and he's shown it through his actions.
All right, real quick. But if you have kids, EM and Green Rat, you both are gonna owe to the swear jar. EM, you're already like $10 into the swear jar.
If he comes up here with that nonsense, I am telling you now, I will be happy to donate, Steven. I'll be happy.
You're already $10 in, bro. Just so you know.
I'll be happy to donate.
Now, I make sure everybody heard it. EM's gonna donate.
Hey, keep your finger on the mute button, Steven.
Before Green Rat come up here, let me check my savings account. They move some money from my savings to my checkings.
Check. Hey, look, what I'm telling y'all is up on mute and get the kids away from the listening because it's about to go down.
Tua divides us.
Are you streaming this on Twitter too?
I'm streaming this on Twitter too. All right, here
Tua
we go.
has always divided
so this is perfect for Twitter.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to share it with Nick.
I'm allowing this to happen on a Thursday, not on a Wednesday. But y'all both better pay up on the swear jar. I'm not playing with y'all.
All right, hold on. I'm going to mute myself.
Oh,
Green Rat. What's up, Green Rat?
Hey, Steven. Nice to see that maybe you might have a show instead of EM Dolphin or, trying to run the show and won't be
I'm allowing you
quiet.
two to go at it. I'm going to be quiet for 5 minutes.
Don't get mad because nobody wants to listen to you, bro. No, don't get mad because nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares about you in this community. Don't get mad. Please don't get mad.
About everybody that's up here right now knows who I am. I don't stop in.
Exactly. You're
often,
nobody. You're insignificant in this community. You're in just like your name, your screen name, Green Rat. You're exactly that, a rat, bro. You're a fake Dolphins fan. You're an idiot. Nobody knows who you are, bro.
Just wanted you to
go ahead.
shut
The
up.
floor is yours. Go ahead.
Everyone else could talk. You're interrupting Steven every time he starts to try to talk. You act like you're running the show. We all get tired of it. All I wanted to come up earlier was to say that I understand Tua has an issue with learning, watching film and stuff. And my pushback on that is, do you want him studying film by himself if he doesn't understand how to study film? I mean, what good is that going to do him?
You tell the coach.
Initiative.
You tell the coach you have a problem studying film by yourself. Can you give me a resource that I can use when we leave this building?
How are you the 5th pick of the NFL draft if you don't know how to study film?
No, that could happen. He just ain't got it. Tua ain't the guy that everybody.
That should have been figured out.
Just take the initiative to go get somebody to help you.
I'm not saying anyone on this panel said it, but that's what some of the talk is about. Is him not being able to.
At the end of the day, Green Rat, at one point, do you become accountable for yourself as a man to sit there and say, hey, you know what? I don't understand this. I don't know what I'm looking.
And then go see
That's all. I'm sorry. Did you guys know that
I have a 9-year-old son, and when he says, Daddy, I don't understand something, he comes to me or he goes to his mom and we figure it out together. How old is Tua?
Everybody can't do everything. I mean,
so
you got to understand it.
You realize you're making Tua look worse.
To go to his coach that he's getting paid
that
$30
pattern
million
that you're doing, Green Rat, is making Tua look worse.
Coach, please help me.
I'm not saying that it makes him look good at all. I'm just saying is studying something you're not able to study.
So you
now,
invest in
who knows?
Get somebody to help you.
I never said that.
Right, and who knows? Maybe that's what happens.
So you're telling me that my quarterback is dumb as a brick.
Who am I talking to? Vonjo, TD?
Let me just say, so you're telling me, based off what you're telling me, is that my quarterback is dumb as a brick, and he cannot.
Don't say he's dumb. Come on,
he's too insecure.
Stop, Vonjo. Don't say he's dumb.
No. Actually, Green Rat's actually projecting that Tua is dumb by making a comment.
Exactly. That's what Green Rat is saying. That's why I don't think it's
no. Listen, hang on real quick.
Am I able to answer?
Hang on. It goes back. Hang on. It goes back to what I listen. Hang on.
That got me tight, man. That got me real tight.
I want to quickly listen. I want to quickly distinguish myself from this Tua's dumb narrative, right?
Exactly.
I have never said that Tua is dumb. Tua is lazy, et cetera. What I said was Tua, he is just struggling to this point, which is not uncommon, to handle and to be consistent in NFL level application. Film study, working on your body, nutrition, et cetera. All of those things when a player transitioning, learning the NFL game, not just on the field, but off the field, fall under the umbrella of NFL level application. And Tua just needs to learn it and needs to take it up a notch or two. That is where he is. It is not uncommon from a player transitioning from the collegiate level to the NFL level. It's not uncommon.
But Ian, I completely agree with you. But when Green Rat come in here and he makes statement like that, as if my how should I say?
Well, he's a fucking idiot. Well, he's a fucking idiot anyway. So he's the exception. He's an idiot anyway.
Shut up,
so anyway,
shut up, EM.
What are you talking
Shut
about?
your cake hole. Come on, shut up, EM.
But what I am going to say is that at the end of the day, if he has trouble and he has that disability,
Steven, you paying this guy to come
if he's not understanding what he's
I have
seeing,
no idea at this point.
it is really up to him as a man to be accountable for his shortcomings and say, hey, I need help. I need assistance.
Correct.
We learned that as kids.
I understand that, Von Joe, but we don't know if he isn't getting, like, he could have went out and played golf that morning. And I'm not defending him on what he can learn and what he can't learn or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, maybe he went out, hit around the golf, and then went in, and him and the QB coach went down and broke down film before the game too. We don't know what's going on. We're assuming everything.
Well, I'll say this.
You think they would have put that film out, Green Red, like they put out the other propaganda videos out about him doing well on the field in practice? You think they would have put that out already if he really was doing that?
I don't know, Crypto. To me, I agree with Steven. I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, you're talking since college, he's had the greatest football minds behind him, teaching him how to study, how to learn football, X's and O's. And
Roach,
he gets to the Dolphins and he sees the playbook.
No, Roach, this issue has been for 6 years now. 6 years he's been changing offensive coordinators since college.
Hey, Steven, I got a question, man.
Each one of them showed him a different way how to watch film.
What's up, great one?
You got kids. You got kids, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay. So say one of your kids come home with a failing grade.
Okay.
Aren't you going to punish them by taking away something that they like to do?
Yeah.
Well, my kids are 8 and 6. So first of all, I would find out what's going on. Why did they get a failing grade? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't punish them until I find out. Honestly, I would not punish them until I find out what's wrong.
I did this the other day, Steven. I did this example with a kid on the channel, and good. And I'm happy Great One DeVore brought this up. If your daughter, because I'm sure you and your wife, you want to see A's and B's and primarily A's, right?
Yep.
If your daughter brought home a C in reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right after school, she has ballet till 6 p.m. Yep. She comes home, she bathes, does her homework, and at 7 p.m., well, just hypothetically, however your work.
I got you.
She takes a shower, she eats dinner, and you have her down to bed at 7:30 p.m., right?
Yep.
She got a C in ballerina. I mean, she got a C in reading. You talk to the teacher, and the teacher says, it just takes some students longer than others to, get it. She just has to put in the extra time. What do you do?
I mean, I would either pay for the extra time or work.
What time? What time?
What do you mean?
What time do you have to pay for?
I mean,
you got ballerina after school. We ain't got no time.
I would find a way to make the time.
Yeah, but I want you to find it right here live. Ballerinas up until 6 o'clock. All the things y'all got to do.
It's tap class for my daughter. My daughter does tap class.
Yeah, well, if it's tap dance, but be real, Steven, what do you end up doing?
I mean, look, I would see if there's another day of the week that she could do. Like, is there another day that
the teacher told you she needs to at least put an hour and a half in each day of extra reading?
Well, I mean, with my daughter, that ain't gonna happen at 7:30.
Okay, so talk to me. What do you do?
I would stretch that out over the week.
No, an hour and a half per day, Steven.
I understand. I can only get in where I fit in. You're making an impossible scenario.
Okay, you get in where you fit
in.
Hold on.
Making an impossible scenario.
It's not impossible.
It is
impossible. As a parent, you got to do what you got to do. And
so what would you do? Out. What would you do, TD? Huh?
I'm cutting the ballet out. Well, to be honest, it depends on what's more important. It depends on what's more important to you as a parent.
All I'm showing my daughter, and this is just a personal opinion, all I'm showing my daughter at that point is if you don't succeed, we're going to take away something that you love because you failed. No, we're going to try harder. We're going to keep on doing it. And
she keeps bringing home C's.
So we gotta increase the time of doing it by taking away
Steven, no, I disagree.
Keeps bringing home C's. Matter of fact,
that point, it's perspective. You got to fix the perspective.
Matter of fact, the simple fact that she's falling behind this year, next year she's bringing home D's.
Well, then, yes, there would be no ballerina then.
And that's the whole point of the matter, man. This does not have to be complicated. You're falling short in a more important area.
Greedy, do you understand that you're asking me to tell a grown-ass man You don't get to play golf.
I'm not asking you to do that. We're just having a conversation
break it
about
down
what he
to
should
layman
be doing.
terms here.
What that grown man should be coming to his own conclusion of.
You know, again, guys, who are we to say what he does?
Anytime you're not playing on the level of a 5th overall pick on the NFL field and you're out golfing, it's fair to say you should be golfing.
But how do you know if he's actually putting in the work and then
Because
go golfing?
Alex,
because you own the golf course. I don't care if you go to the golf course to shake your man.
Tini, we don't have to go that route. Alex, if he is, and this is what we're getting on the field, we have a bigger issue.
Oh, our questions are answered if that's the case.
First of all,
And that's what I keep saying to people. If he is putting in the work, then he got a real problem for real.
Well,
He
this
just
year,
really
well,
ain't that
listen.
dude.
This year. With that being said, hang on. We will know 100%. We will know 100% of what the issue is this year.
Will we, EM? We talked about this.
Absolutely. Well, at least for me, I know I will. I know I will. I can't speak for nobody else, but I will.
Hey guys,
we will know.
Remember, Tua won the Ravens game, okay?
Give me 1 second. Let me bring in somebody from the back.
There are no excuses. There are absolutely no excuses at this point.
He won the Ravens game, okay?
All right, Q. What's up, Q? Q, you're on. Q, take yourself off mute.
He won
Take
the
yourself
Ravens
off
game,
mute.
man. If you don't go sit down with that
What's
noise,
going on, my good people? What's going on, my good people?
man, these people got me tight. They got me real tight, Q.
Q,
I'm
you
real
wanted
tight
to get
right
up
now.
here, and I also got smoke in the back room too. But Q, I'll bring you on. What's up, Q?
Hey,
Probably Jamie. I ain't answering his fucking phone.
You guys, the guys who love Tua so much, who don't want to say, I don't understand.
I don't think that was for us, right?
Is that Quinn? Quinn, is that you, bro?
No, it wasn't, Steven.
Yeah, man.
Quit raining here.
Salute.
Hold on, EM. You know Quentin?
That's Quentin.
Yeah, man. He been creeping around here on these streets. We ain't seen him in a few years.
That's my dog right there. That's my dog.
With them.
Oh yeah,
Don't be saying
that's what's up,
man.
Yeah, man. We went. Oh, my bad, Q. My bad. My bad, Playboy.
I messed up and said my government name somewhere.
Nah, Q neighborhood, man.
I want
Yeah, we looking them up now.
Q, don't. Hey, they'll find you, Q.
Yeah, I'm giving you some of my ops, baby.
Nah. See,
They're coming after me.
TD already get Miss Fins. TD already gave you some of his ops. That's what I was trying to tell you last night.
But my thing with this whole discussion.
Okay, maybe I might be new, but what do you mean, Rondo?
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Let me say this real quick. This is real. This is why this team is mediocre, because we got mediocre fans. We want mediocre outcomes.
Mediocrity. I got
this
you.
This is insane, man. This is so sad. This is sickening. You people are up here saying
you people.
What you mean,
you people, Q?
You are one of the people too, man. I love you, bro.
I know. I love you too.
But my thing, it's like this man doesn't know the playbook. I told you yesterday, I'm dyslexic. I am dyslexic. My mother found out a way to help me learn how to read better. So you can't tell me he can't find somebody to help him, because maybe he needs one-on-one. Because people who have dyslexia, it's better to learn one-on-one, so you can learn to comprehend things better and faster. Maybe he needs to find somebody to learn the playbook with. Find a receiver on the team who's going to be your go-to receiver. Go get Waddle. And y'all bounce our ideas off each other and learn things. So Waddle can be the best receiver in the league. Let me finish. Let Waddle know what coverage is rolling over or stuff like that, so he knows what route to run. Yeah, this is sickening, man. This is sad. How can you say a man, it don't matter if he can go play golf on game day? Von Joe know what I'm talking about. Game day, your ass is sitting in the wrestling room meditating before the game. Von Joe know what I'm talking about. You're sitting in the wrestling room meditating before the game. You're taking a nap. You're talking to the coach. You're walking outside. You're taking a dump because you're probably nervous as hell.
Eat the team meal.
I'm being honest.
Listening to music, something.
This is sickening, bro. I've never seen.
What's on the team meal menu, Quinte?
In South Texas, we had lasagna.
You have to get your carbs up. You have to get your carbs up.
We had lasagna before a game too, so I get it.
You have to get your carbs up.
But Q,
Is
so
it
you found out,
Stouffer's or the homemade?
you found out very young
I think it's from the cafeteria.
that you needed to address that and
No,
figured it out.
we get stuff catered actually, so I'm not gonna lie.
But let me say this: see, this is not a new thing for Tua. Tua have been doing this his whole life. That's what people don't understand.
Green Rat and
this is
y'all are
not
killing me in the back private chat. Green Rat and EM
What
are the
is going
worst
on
in the
back
private
there?
chat.
So Q, do you find it weird that if Tua does have one of those learning problems, that all the way through
he does.
time,
You can tell. You can
Right,
tell
right.
how he
But
plays. You can tell.
how come is it weird if he fell through the cracks all the way through Pee Wee, middle school, high school, college at Alabama?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
and
this.
now with the Dolphins?
He didn't fall through the cracks. Look at he has a overbearing parent.
I agree,
He
100%.
He did not fall through the cracks. His dad is gonna make sure he does 100% every time.
Did I miss
So-
something about the parenting here? Because like y'all just
Oh
brought
man,
this
I
up
know.
out
I
of the
know.
woodwork.
His
Oh,
dad.
he used to get hit for
on.
incomplete passes. I heard, didn't he?
People don't know his dad brought a belt out on him when he was in 12th grade when he missed some passes in the game.
But his dad
Oh
might have
my
been pushing the
God.
physical part of the game more than the.
So we
the
should
mental
we
part.
should be really like, instead of criticizing what Tua's doing,
I'm
we
not
should
really
be
I'm
asking
just
him to blink if he need help. I'm serious, bro.
I can't with you, TD. I can't do it.
It might be a Michael Jackson situation. I don't know.
Yo,
but
that
at
caught
the
me off
same
guard.
but at the same time,
Color, are you listening live or are you listening replay? Color, go ahead.
he needs to do something because you can see on the field that he has a delay. He might he's going to go to his first read. He has the perfect mechanics and all that other jive, but it's other stuff he's not doing. He's not making those. It's 2 or 3 throws that he's not making. Yeah, he's making that one throw or 2 throws. He made a couple nice little deep throws during the season, but he's only good at that one throw, that quick throw. I'm talking about sit in the pocket, throw over the linebacker, over the safety. I'm talking about those passes. I'm not talking about the simple passes, man. You talking about stuff he was good at in college. I want to see something he's good at in the NFL. Because all they're doing is showing what he can do good from college, not what he can do well in the NFL.
So
that's what people are not understanding about the whole issue with
Roach, don't get involved, Roach.
Hold on.
Roach,
based
don't get involved.
Hold on, based of what
Yeah,
Q
he's a hoe.
said.
He's a hoe
based
for
off-
real.
Hold on,
It's all good, though.
based off what Q said, right? Hold on. Let me just
He's
go
a
off what
hoe.
Q said.
It's true though, Stephen. What I said.
But hold on,
I have,
Q.
really
But based,
quickly, I have the solution, guys. Listen, real quick, 2 seconds. The solution is the Miami Dolphins needs to hire Tua's dad as a strength and conditioning coach.
No, that plays more into what TD just said. Blink twice if
no,
something's wrong.
But this is hold on. You know what Q said? What Q said has actually given me hope this year, right? And this is where my hope comes in. You guys ready for the glimmer of sunshine? After my whole entire rant this whole day.
No sunshine on this show today.
Nah, this is my glimmer of sunshine for Tua. All right, everybody, come in, huddle. So, after what McDaniel said during his press conference when he got hired, hey, maybe people read, learn, and watch film different ways, and especially with these new kids and the way they're like, you got to baby feed them. You got to baby feed them things. That's what he said.
That's not hope. That's
no. Hold on. This is the hope because maybe he will decode and maybe his unlocking will be unlocking that part of Tua's brain where he could properly read film, right? And he could properly diagnose what's going on and break it down properly. So this is where McDaniel's come in, and this is probably where the unlocking is going to come in, where he's a new style coach, and he understands the new style of learning, and he brings that new style of teaching to help him break down film properly. So that's where my glimmer of hope is.
Yeah, that's
damn, Bonjo. I'm impressed, bro. That sounds nothing like your normal foolishness that you up here doing every day, bro.
Salute.
But that,
Salute.
There you go. There you go.
That's
Salute.
good. That's good because
Chef Shu, are you watching Chef
Steeping this
Shu?
low to this.
Go
Say
ahead.
again.
I'm
Say
just
it
saying
again.
it's ridiculous we steeping this low as far as this,
I mean,
this
that's
learning curve.
great one. That's the problem, though. Like, I love that we're talking. Like, two things. Number one, I love
How come
everybody.
Josh
on this
Rosen
panel.
couldn't be dyslexic?
Yeah, see, here we go. It all goes back to Rosen, but TD a great one, bro.
I'm just saying,
It
though,
all goes back to Rosen.
why are we just steeping this low? Like,
Shut up,
man,
Ian.
maybe he just stayed up too late last night watching TV. Man, maybe
I think
like,
Green.
hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is ridiculous.
I think Green Rat and EM actually secretly like each other. I think they secretly like each other.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, but Steven, I could tell you that's literally where my glimmer of hope lies this season. That's all.
Well, if you listen to the show for the last 3 hours and 10 minutes, shout out to us for going 3 hours. Donate to the channel, hit the like button. You would not think that the Dolphins fan base has any hope at all.
But hold on, Steven. You said donate. Hold on.
I have
Hold
hope
on,
you
Ian.
drop that dude.
Hold
and
on,
get him
guys.
bring up
Steven
Skyler.
said donate to the show. What do they get if they donate to the show, Steven? Do they get anything?
Oh, dude, you know what? It's so cool that you bring that up because if you
flip-flop.
donate,
You get an autographed pair of flip flops. Absolutely, that's what you get.
Hey, Steven, you need to get a Tua autograph up there, and we can see who's on.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I would get any donations if I
Not even from the Tuaneers?
Yeah, them flip flops. I tell you. But let me ask you this though. Seriously, in all fairness, back to Tua real quick. Okay, you would think.
Hey, Steven, I try to help you, man. I try.
Listen,
strap.
you would think. You would think. Listen, I said this on TD's show the other night about Tua. You know, I want to be clear. I don't think Tua. I think Tua has been average. He's flashed big playability at times. I think that's where he is at this stage of his development. You know, I can't believe the way you hear Great One, the way you hear TD, the way you hear Vonjo, and a lot of people that are down on Tua, and that's fine. Y'all have your own each individual evaluations. But if you look at Tua, see, I think our fan base is the ones that are on the side of the fence that absolutely think Tua is garbage. I think that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Are y'all hearing feedback? Are y'all hearing feedback from me?
we got a slight echo.
Feedback.
A little bit.
Hang on.
I don't hear an echo.
Well, I don't think he was trash, guys, but he definitely has areas.
I'm hearing feedback from somebody. It's Q. Q was giving
It's
the
too
feedback.
early to say he's trash.
Oh no, it's not Q.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's too early for him to say it's trash.
He's a serviceable quarterback. And that's
He's
all we
not
ask for.
trash. He's
But
recyclable.
can we listen? My point the other day. My point the other day about Tua. My point the other day about Tua.
TD, you about to get banned from my channel, son. All right, you about to get banned. All right,
Listen.
this foolish talk. You see spitting over here, spewing all this foolishness.
Oh my God.
Listen. I think a lot of the people that are so quick to pull the plug on Tua, and again, if it's not for it, an option like Deshaun Watson or Tom Brady, or
Lamar Jackson.
People are too focused on the season that what we've seen from Burrow to this point and Justin Herbert to this point. And I get it. I understand. I would love for Tua to be putting up that level of production as well at this point. But if people need to realize those two players are anomalies, bro. That we've never seen that level of production from two players in their first 2 years at that position. We've never seen that. So with that being said, if you look at Tua, Tua is on a normal. If you go back and you look at the history of top 10 players picked in a draft at that position, if you look at his numbers, they are very comparable to, and it's a normal developmental quarterback cycle that Tua is on. He's on schedule. Tua is on schedule. He hasn't been Josh Rosen. He hasn't been Jamarcus Russell.
And that's fair, EM, because Davis Mills is on the same trajectory. Good point.
So for y'all to be sitting here and saying, and again, I've always been in the middle with Tua. I have issues with people that are far left, the ones that want to get rid of him for nobody, and I have major issues with the Tua lovers. So again, Tua is not trash. Tua has he's average and he's flash big playability. That is normal. A player going into his third year at that position, bro. And y'all don't need to lose sight of that. Get out of your feelings.
That's why I say we'll see this year. Trajectory. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
What is it, Tua lover? Anyone that disagrees with your dumb butt?
Can I say something to EM real quick?
With your dumb butt.
You're dumb. Oh wow, really? Oh, okay.
All right. And that's why I said fluffy pancakes.
I know.
Don't listen to him, EM.
I'm not, bro. He's nobody. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. All right. The last quarterback we picked in the top 10 was
EM
Tannehill.
with your dumb butt.
Was 10? Please don't do that, man. Don't do that.
By the
I don't want to
Teller
get
is
EM
real
high.
far behind.
But
Shut
go
up,
read,
EM.
go read the private
Shut
chat
up.
and you'll see like hard
Add to the swear jar. Come on, keep doing it.
I wish somebody like this would come on my channel.
With your dumb butt. Oh,
Talk
sorry.
about aliens.
That's
What
my
you saying?
favorite. That's my
Hold
new
on.
favorite live. That's my new favorite live. You can't talk to people like that no more. Now it's shut up with your dumb butt. I love it. Green Rat, I was not making fun of you. Don't go. I was.
Nah, he could go.
funny.
He could go.
He's an idiot. We all know what we're dealing with here, bro. We all know what we're dealing
Green
with,
Rat,
bro.
I promise you, I just like the saying. That's all. I wasn't.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steven. I got to roll, bro.
Shut up with your dumb butt, TD.
Nah, I got to get ready for my 1:30 show, man.
TD, you're dumb.
Oh.
And your butt is dumb.
Hold on, it's already 1 o'clock.
Listen,
Steven,
man,
bro,
all
that's
y'all
what
some
you I'm gonna
haters.
get fired.
Tua's gonna ball out this year. Y'all gonna see, and y'all gonna learn to regret.
Hey
all
TD,
of
can
this
you wait
crap.
till one? Can you wait till 1:30 so I can tell my dumb butt listeners to
I
get off my
said
dumb
I had to
butt
get
show?
ready for my 1:30 show.
TD is going to be retribution because Tua is going to ball out with 6,000 yards.
I'm 5 years old. I don't know why I
I
find this
really hope so.
hilarious. I think it's
And I
really
gotta
hope
go.
so.
Salute to
6,000
everybody.
yards, TD.
Salute to everybody.
TD, does it stand for dumb butt? Dumb butt with your dumb
Nah,
butt.
I like what he said. I like what he said. Tell Em to shut his cake mouth.
Yeah.
His big cake mouth.
I'm crying.
I'm gonna start using that with
Hey, man.
Em. That's the first.
Yeah, okay.
Em got a
just
cake
proved my
mouth.
point.
Some cake in your mouth and shut up with your dumb butt.
You had adversity, and
All
you
these keyboard
went
tough
golf.
guys, man. I tell you, it's cool.
Hey, Ian, did you see the
Go ahead.
difference with how he talked to you on here versus the private chat? It's
Yeah,
like two different
absolutely.
people.
No,
It was
I think
Absolutely, yeah.
Roach, I think he
Yeah.
was being
Yeah,
respectful
it's like
of my
that.
platform. I think he was being respectful of my platform. We're trying to.
Really.
I'm just
In the private, in the chat, respect, in that part of your platform.
Well, the private chat.
So the chat is not part of your platform, really. Okay.
They can't read it.
There's no swear jar in the platform.
You want me to read it? What do you put?
In the private
I-
chat.
I
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do
that.
it. Don't put him
Don't
on
do
blast,
that, man.
Roach. Don't do that.
But,
Hey,
but
man.
can I answer that question?
Because
Ian,
Green,
real quick?
real talk, Green Rat has supported the channel. He supported the channel. He's been a big.
He's still a
supporter of the
fucking
channel.
idiot. He's still a fucking idiot, bro. He is. That
He's
you know,
right.
everybody know who that. Well,
The hate is
the
real,
very
guys.
few people that know actually know who he is.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
he's
at
an
like
idiot.
Real.
Ian. You're at
some
like
people-
$30.
Hey, Bonjo, I don't hate you, bro. I don't hate you, Bonjo.
Hey, you know what?
I
Hello,
don't think you hate me.
Has always been
I don't hate nobody. And me, I don't hate anybody. I could disagree with somebody's take, but I don't never hate anybody.
Alex, hate is a strong word. So
I agree
please don't say
100%.
Flores
I love
hated
everybody
Tua.
in this
Hey,
panel. I love everybody in this panel.
Bonjo, you have a dumb butt. I'm sorry.
Actually, no, it's pretty
Hey,
fit.
hey,
actually,
hey,
so
Ian, shut
I
up.
disagree
Actually,
with that.
Steven, that was ridiculous,
Hey,
bro. Really, a grown man talks like that.
Hey,
Really?
Steve-
Oh,
Even
okay.
he looks like he knows
Yeah.
his channel's days are numbered. How dare he have this discussion?
I'm telling you,
Hey,
color
Stevie
is
D.
real far behind.
Yes,
Hey,
color.
Stevie D, what? Stevie D, you should shut up with your dumb butt, Stevie D.
No, Alexander, that's mine. You can't say that. You can't talk to people like that, Alexander. Only I can. All right,
Steven,
hey,
are you
Green
about to do
Rat,
final?
time out,
Steven,
time out.
are
No,
you doing
Green
final
Rat's back.
takes?
What's up, Green Rat?
Oh shit!
Are you about
Green
to do
Rat.
final takes?
Hold on, Green Rat. What's up, Green Rat? Green Rat.
Hey, Green Rat, welcome back.
He's
What
typing.
are you doing, Green Rat? He's
typing.
He's doing.
I
think
think
he's
it's funny,
popping bubbles.
Roadrunner. I don't care.
Are you about to do final takes?
Maybe. I probably
All right.
should. I should
Well,
do final.
Yeah,
Because I got
Okay, Bonjo, can you tell people to donate and hit the like button and share
But
the
Steven,
channel?
but Steven, I don't know what they get if they donate.
You know what they get? They get a big fat dumb butt. So what is it? Dumb butt? Dumb butt.
Oh my
Favorite
God.
saying. Weekly giveaway. Go to CSM Sports. If you donate in increments of dumb butts, I mean $5, you get a Javon Holland, Brandon Jones. I can't
Steven,
help
if I win,
Dumb butts.
if I win, I want you to give mine to Green Rat.
Okay. All right.
Okay. There we go.
Green Rat, you know I love you, Green Rat. Seriously. I love you, Green Rat. Just know that. All right, go ahead, Vonjo. I'm sorry.
Guys,
the Dolphins beat the Ravens, Vonjo.
Okay, that's a fact. The Dolphins did beat the Ravens. That's very true. Now, yeah, this was an interesting conversation. And again, after everything I've said, my glimmer of hope is Mike McDaniels is going to sit down with our QB1, Tua Tagovailoa, right, and have a conversation with him. Hey, fully break down. Hey, find out his learning style, and really hone in that learning style to a teaching style where he really takes it to that next level, where he could play golf and we do not care because guess what? We're winning on the field and we're hoisting a Lombardi. At that point, dude, you could play golf in your underwear, in your skimpies, in the middle of winter for all I care. Because we're winning. All right?
Yeah.
Hands up, people.
Vonjo,
you didn't tell the people to hit the like button and donate.
I've been telling him that all day, Steven, but you've been with this dumb butt thing.
Shut up with your dumb butt.
Oh, y'all, I need Steven to tell me thank you because I brought this up a long time ago and everybody thought I was crazy because I had concerns about his work ethic. Omar goes and states it, and I knew about this for a while, and you just had a whole show, bro, about this. I'm just saying. And as for Green Rat, bro, we got a new nickname for you, bro. It's Green Cornball. Green Cornball, bro.
Why?
Oh my God!
Stop hating on my man, y'all. Stop hating on my boy.
Shut up!
Shut up with your dumb butt. With your
It's called
dumb butt
adversity.
face.
It's adversity. You
Love
got
it.
power
I'm
through.
sorry.
Let me
look,
go, Steven, real quick, because I gotta go to.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna. Go ahead, Miss Fins. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Miss
Thank
Vince,
you.
we love you on here. You should stay on here and chill with us.
Listen, I appreciate you having me up here. It was really nice, a great conversation. But it has to be said, and if you guys also check me out, TD and I spoke about it last night too on my weekly show on his channel, because it's. I understand half of the fan base not caring, the other half caring because they want to see better from Tua. So it's understandable that we want the best for him. I don't think anybody. I mean, I'm sure there's super haters out there that really want him to fail. But in general, if you're a real Dolphins fan, you want Tua to succeed. So at the end of the day, we just have to go ahead and understand that Tua looks like it's a different type of player, but it is his team to lose. He needs to take this team by the horn, make that huddle his huddle, and to go ahead and actually prove that he is the franchise quarterback so that he can go ahead and have a future here. If not, someone else will gladly take this roster to the Super Bowl. So that's all I have to say. And thank you again, Steven, for having me.
Jolie, real quick, I got to say something about Jolie real quick. I appreciate Jolie because, no, seriously, she really seems like somebody that just wants the team to win and doesn't care about critiquing players that are on this team just because they wear our colors. So for the ladies,
true story.
I think
That's actually a true story. Yes.
I think her and Finsani are some of the most fair ladies that we have in the fan base because I don't know about the other ones, man.
Oh,
you know
better
what I mean?
stop it, Estefan.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
I agree with
I
Estefan.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Estefan,
You
don't
know
only,
it.
only
Damn,
problem.
you're gonna get shut down now. They
Hey,
heard
When they come at me, Pam, because now I'm talking about Pam and
Bam gonna get you. You
No,
better
no,
watch
I love
out.
them. Hands
Come
were
on,
Bam will
Bam.
throw them hands.
Thank you
I
so
know
much.
she would.
The only
Bye, Miss
issue,
Vince. Be good.
Have a good day.
the
All
only
right, Miss
issue
Vince.
I have real quick is the fact
Oh,
that
no, Alexander. Hold on.
I
Final
just want
thought.
to say
can't
something
speak
real
at
quick,
all.
just for 5 seconds. Just for 5 seconds. That's it.
No,
Please stop
All right,
him.
here we go. I'm
absolutely
counting
not.
down. 5.
Okay,
4,
so the
3,
problem I have is that
2,
everybody
1.
critiques 1 point
Mute.
against Tua.
All right,
Mute.
can't do it. You said 5 seconds, Alexander.
Woo!
I just did.
That's what I'm
All right,
talking about.
Everybody
Hey, man, I
critiques
thought
1
it was
point against
Friday,
Tua.
man.
all right,
Ian came up here, man.
Alexander, go ahead and do your final thoughts of the day. Go ahead, Alexander.
Real quick, just one thing is that, and then everybody critiques 1 point, and that's Tua. You know, I haven't really heard other people critiquing other players like Howard or Van Ginkel or any of those guys, but that's besides the point. All right, but listen, I understand. You know, everybody has their take about Tua, and by all means, you know, we all want to win. You know, and I've said it numerous times. I was off the Tua bandwagon last year after the Buffalo game when we lost to Buffalo in the final game of the season in 2020. I wanted to get a new quarterback after that, but I realized it was his rookie year, and he was learning, and he got better as the year went along this year. But we'll see what happens this year. If it doesn't work out, then I'm all forward getting a new quarterback and taking this team to the Super Bowl. I'm okay with it because I believe this is a team that can win now, and just hopefully Tua can be that guy. If not, then I'm okay with it. It is what it is. You guys have a great night. Thank you again for having me, and God bless you guys, and stay safe, everybody.
Be good, Alexander. You took it like
Have
a
a good
man.
one.
You took it like a man today. You did. You took it on the cheek. Estefan, final thought of the day, Estefan.
Yeah, bro. I thought it was Friday because Ian came up. He sounded like Ice Cube. You know, like he picked out his hair and then he stabbed his hair right before he came on the panel and murdered a green ass head. All right, man. I'm out, y'all.
Swear jar. What in the world? Y'all owe big today. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
All right.
Where's the love, man? Where's the love?
Q, final thought of the day, Q.
Oh man. All we want is this young man to do better and play better. That's all I got to say.
That's all we want. That's all we want.
He got to prove. He got to, because I'm gonna say this. Ian knows, Great One knows how I feel about Tua. I try. I'm gonna say
Can
this.
you give it the edited version, please?
Nah, I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna owe $500 on Swear Jar. It's just
Tell us how
how
you
I
really
feel
feel.
about it. It's like when I went to the camp, when I saw him in camp, I was happy for him because Great One knows I was giving him rave reviews.
He called him
got
Tom
to that-
Brady.
He went to that game. He looked like Tua. So,
He literally called him Tom Brady. I
did. I called him Tom
dive on him,
Brady.
Steven. He called him Tom Brady.
I called him Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was a game manager, that's what I thought Tua was going to be this year.
John Ruiz, you have owed to the swear jar. Go ahead, John. Pay that swear jar.
Don't worry, Q. Don't feel bad about that.
Q, I just want to say I appreciate you coming on today. It was great having you. You were by far the most awesomest person on the panel today.
Well,
By
it's
far.
2 days in a row
By
now,
far.
man.
By far,
2 days
Q.
in a row now.
I'm just saying, you might be kind of a big deal around these parts now.
People don't like me because I don't like Tua.
He been a big deal. He been a big deal. You didn't know?
I have some knowledge, but people don't like to listen to it.
It's all right.
Get out of here, Q. Love you, brother. Be good.
All right, man.
All right, who should I have go next? Crypto, final
Let
thought
me-
of the day. All right, you want to go, EM?
Yeah. Real quick, I gotta go, bro. I've been on here long enough, man. Y'all distracted me from me being productive in my work day, man. Come on.
We distracted you. All right,
but-
two things before you go. Number
gonna have
one,
to take away the
you
power
owe,
so you can be more productive.
you owe like at least $30 to the swear jar today.
Really? I do? Really?
Minimum.
Only $30. See,
I think it was
like
more, but I'll
$3,000.
settle for 30. I'll settle
30?
for 30.
Really?
30
Me?
or
I-
EM,
No,
30
30?
or whatever Tua threw for touchdowns last year.
Listen.
Steve is doing
I hear
yards.
you, Steve.
And
Listen,
yards.
I want to say, listen, Steven, Yeah, I got a little bit. I got a little beside myself today, but I feel it was warranted because you're privy to the private conversation that this dude was trying. Well, I guess he's a man.
Come
that he
on,
was
bro.
trying to
Don't
bring to
do
me.
that, EM.
But anyway, I apologize really to the panel and to the chat, man, for getting beside myself. But anyway, with that being said, gentlemen, in regards to Tua, what caused me to get up on, to get on the panel today and really engage about this conversation about work ethic, lack of work ethic, et cetera, et cetera. Tua, I think we all don't, whether you're on the side of the fence that you want Tua gone or the Tua lovers. That's why I keep, I'm insistent upon people remain in the middle and remain objective about where Tua is at this stage of his development. Sure, if you're on the side of the fence that you're just consumed with what transpired in Cincinnati or LA, listen, I think it's clouding you're allowing what has happened in these other cities to cloud your judgment and really formulate a correct and thorough evaluation about Tua, because at the end of the day, Tua is, again, like I said, he's an average player. He's put up average tape and he's flashed big playability. And again, I want to encourage everybody, all right, the people that are objective, people that, even the Tuaneers, he is, if you look at a normal trajectory of a quarterback at this level, transitioning from going into his third year now. Now, if this was him going to his 6th year, 7th year, 8th year, we'll be having a different conversation. But Tua is going to his 3rd year, right? We know it. Listen, I'm not here to assign 100% of the blame on Tua, Flores, the front office, on anyone. Everybody needs to be accountable for what they did not contribute to the overall success of this team. So Tua, with all that being said, he's on a normal trajectory for a player that was selected in the top 10, again, going into his 3rd year. Please do not lose sight of that. And I'm trying to get everybody to get on the same page, the Tuaneers and the Tua haters. I'm trying to get everybody in the middle, because that is where Tua has been.
Because
He's
EM,
been
that's
average,
the person
bro.
you are. You're just trying to bring people together. You love everybody.
No,
right,
well, if they come together, that's fine. But I always try to keep it film based, and I always keep it performance based. And Tua is giving us average production and flash big playability, and so he's on a normal trajectory. So please don't lose sight of that, because it's clouding a lot of people's judgment. And when you get up here on these panels, when you hear these people up on these panels and in the chats just going back and forth over nonsense on whatever side of the fence you're on, it's ridiculous. Let's see this year, he's got everything, all the support you could possibly give a quarterback. He's got the coaching staff. He's got the scheme. You can't construct and build a more quarterback-friendly scheme than what he has in front of him right now, as well as personnel. And he has a perceived support of the front office. So let's give Tua this year. We have no choice at this point. Let's give him this year. And if he falls on his face, I will be leading that charge to issue him that bus ticket out of town. I promise you that. So let's just do that, bro, as a fan base. And let's focus on, hopefully, Tua performs better, and that ultimately translates to more wins, and we ultimately get in the postseason this year. So I'm out, fellas. Stephen D again. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Salute to everybody, even the idiots out there.
What about to me? Do you salute me?
Yeah, I just said salute, Stephen. I said salute to you.
I'm just making sure. I don't want to feel left out.
That's what's up. So y'all be good, fellas. Until next time, gentlemen.
EM, I love you, bro. Be good.
Yeah, salute here. I love you too, man. Be good.
Right.
Great one. I got something for you though, but we'll address that another day, bro. I got you.
Hey, just sit tight and listen, because somebody's gonna do their final thought. Green Rat, give your final thought of the day.
Well, Steven, good show and everything.
I try.
EM knows that me and his mom know all about who's the man.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
Hey, he went there first, did he not?
Come on, bro.
Hey, at least
I let you on.
I'm happy.
I gotta bring EM back on. EM back on now. You gonna talk about his mama? You can't be talking about his mama.
I believe he's been doing that in back chat all day.
Listen here.
Yeah,
he is correct. I did go there first, but I'm not going to gauge publicly about another grown. I'm assuming you're a man, right? You're a man, correct? Are you a man? Are you? Do you identify as a male? Because I know nowadays, I don't know, man. You know, we got all this trans
that would
stuff.
be
And
more you from like.
do you identify yourself as a man? So
I'm your
this is
daddy,
just a
buddy.
question.
I'm your daddy.
That's a legitimate question. So listen, I'm not going to engage publicly about a perceived another man's mother. So yeah, I went there privately, but I'm not going to do it publicly.
Well, you know that shit happens when you open up the jar. That's what
Swear
happens.
jar.
That's fine. That's fine.
You both owe $50
That's fine.
for the swear jar.
Green rat.
$50.
Wait, let me be Maury. Let me be Maury. What's
That's
in-
fine.
what's
That's
in the
fine.
jar?
Green rat. That's fine. Green rat. Wow.
EM homo.
Green
You're
rat,
right.
time out, time out.
I gotcha.
Green rat, we're not going to do that.
Oh my god.
Not a
Green
swear
rat.
jar.
I feel like I'm back in
Green
time.
rat, time out. This is what I
It's
want
the
to happen.
90s.
This is what I want to happen before y'all leave the channel. Green rat, say something nice about EM. EM, say something nice about
I have nothing to say nice about this perceived man.
EM,
I have nothing.
Say something
Nothing.
nice.
I have nothing to say about this perceived
Stephen
man.
D,
This
that was
perceived
a
young
hard
man. None.
threshold, Stephen D, because he said something about his mother publicly when everything was being done backstage on the back chats. That's a hard task to overcome, Stephen D. For the back
Crypto,
chat.
I got to try to keep it somewhat sane instead of all this chaos.
What do you think would have happened if Epps was here?
So EM represents what we wish our quarterback would do. EM represents what we wish Tua would do. Green rat represents what Tua did.
Damn.
Go ahead and explain that, Roach.
No, all right, Green rat. Is there anything else?
No
'Cause
further
I gotta let you
questions,
and
Your
EM
Honor.
go.
Roach.
I gotta let you and EM go. I got to. Is there anything else, Green rat?
Well, since you asked for it, being more of a man than Mr. Homo, I like he has dolphins in his name.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. We got it.
All right. That's the best you have. Green.
I got it. I can do it. It's
Oh my
like
God.
having two freaking kids on.
This is great. It's like Maury.
Oh my goodness,
man.
Who's the daddy?
Oh man.
Hey, look, he got a nose. I got a nose. He got a nose. That's my baby.
I want the test.
That's hilarious.
This is crazy, y'all. Oh my God.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Great one. Final thought of the day. Great one.
It seems based off the atmosphere, the popular opinion is this is going to be Tua's last year.
That Green rat's the baby's daddy. We know. We know.
That's the baby's daddy.
The Murray Povich.
Oh my God.
I couldn't help it.
With
your dumb butt. With your dumb
Steven,
butt.
they said I'm a brown. Who brown nose? Who am I brown nosing?
Who's brown nosing?
I am apparently. I want to know the who though.
I don't know. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't me.
Because I don't smell nothing.
You said green diarrhea.
All right, great one. I apologize. Because the last 5 minutes of the show has been petty. Very petty.
That's great.
Yeah, it's been hilarious. But yeah, based off the atmosphere, the popular opinion is if Tua does not perform well this year, everybody is on board with moving on from him. Honestly, I think that's a little bit premature. I'm thinking more they might have to extend that to probably the 5th-year option, because I don't think the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs this year, regardless if Tua performs well or not. Unless he performs somewhere out of this level where he's putting up 40 points a game. That's the only way I can see that happening, but I don't see that happening. But back to the whole golfing on his free time, you just gotta perform better on the field, than nobody would just nitpick certain things out of him to make it seem bigger than what it needs to be. But Steven, appreciate you having me on. Roach.
I miss you, man. Seriously, I miss you, dude. I'm glad you came on, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll try to make an appearance.
Hey man, keep on making appearance with your dumb butt. Okay, come on up here with your dumb butt, takes and your dumb butt self. Okay, it's still the great. I'm sorry. I know that's so immature, and I'm 5 years old for thinking that's funny, but I thought it was hilarious. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, get out of here with your dumb butt. Great one, D1,
Appreciate
whatever.
that, man.
I love you, brother. Be good, man. All right, Crypto. Final thought of the day.
Good show, Stephen T. Thanks for having me at the dinner table once again. Listen, Tua Tagovailoa is somewhere in between a trash quarterback and the GOAT. He falls somewhere between there. So with that being said, I'm down the middle. I think Tua is an average quarterback. We want him to be great. We want him to strive to get above average so he can pull this team of weapons that we just assembled into a Super Bowl contender. Because I kind of disagree with what what's his name just said about he's going to have more than 1 year. This is the final straw. They've assembled him an Alabama-like team. So he has to give us them type of performance as far as putting us at a championship-like level. Not necessarily winning a championship. He's got to make us a contender for a title now that he's been given the tools and weapons around him. So I think he can do it. But if he doesn't do it, that's it. It's they're going to go in another direction because they showed you when he didn't have the weapons around him that they was trying to go get another quarterback under his nose. So what makes you think if he don't perform well with all the weapons they did give him, they're not going to try to get another quarterback? It only makes sense that they going to think that that's the final missing piece because they tried to replace him when he didn't have weapons around him. So yeah, this is it. That's consensus. This is do or die year for Tua, barring catastrophic injury when they giving them the ability not to trade him because of injury. But yeah, he has to go out and perform and show us that he can perform at the NFL level. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As far as his work ethic thing, that's all a matter of perspective as far as him being able to get somebody to assist him and learning the playbook and learning all these other things. Because if you're struggling in one area, it's just a matter of grabbing the bull by the horn, taking the initiative and say, hey, could you help me do this? Help me figure this out. Help me interpret this on film. I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing that. And that all could be simultaneously, whether you're on the golf field or on the go-kart race park or not. It doesn't matter where you at when you're doing it. So you could be, somebody mentioned before, have an iPad on the golf course, trying to look at plays and I call the downtime doing downtime. You can multitask. I think Tua is a smart guy. Alabama is a good school. I think he can learn. It's just you could be good at certain things and not good at other things. It's just that if you're not good at certain things, maybe take that extra time to grab somebody who know that can help you put it together. So yeah, that's just a matter of development in this stage. I think Ian mentioned about he's in his third year of the development. He's on the right trajectory. Yeah, and I also mentioned a lot like Davis Mills. A lot of people don't like to compare him in that direction, but the numbers are similar. Even Davis Mills put it up in his first year. Yep. So that's still a good trajectory with them getting the same numbers. There's no criticism towards Tua because Davis Mills got similar numbers and he's on that same trajectory. Hell, Tua could become Joe Burrow next year and Davis Mills can become Dan Marino. So who knows? That's all you have to be determined. So comparing him to Davis Mills at this level is not a slight against Tua. As much as the so-called Tua-neers like to say, automatically put Tua well above more than 90% of the quarterbacks in this league for some reason. But, it is what it is. He's somewhere between trash and the GOAT. That's what Tua lies.
Look, man, I think you hit the nail on the head, Crypto. I think that you're right on the money. And I also think that we can win with Tua. And for the sake of the conversation, my argument today was not about me being a Tua-neer or anti-Tua. It's just a matter of, I think we as a fan base want to find just the littlest things to critique and just go ham on. And that's my biggest thing. And I want us to be, I don't want us to settle for average. That's not my point. My point is I just want us to do better and understand there's a process to everything.
Yeah.
And it's not about settling. It's about, there's a process to this. The odds of you getting Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady are slim to none.
It's 5%.
Yeah. So you gotta, and you don't need those guys to win.
Right.
And so
Even though it doesn't hurt to get them when they're available. That's
100%.
That's the whole thing.
And by the way, my vote was to get them when they were available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
But this is the cards that we've been dealt as a fan base. So based on the cards that we've been dealt, I'm still very optimistic that we can succeed with it. I am.
Yeah. Right. Now it's about of coaching and game planning to overcome the teams that he's not better than as far as at the quarterback position.
You're right.
Then it becomes a complete team game.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. All right, Crypto, I love you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on today. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me. Have a good one, Roach.
Yeah, see you, man.
All right, before I let Roach do his final thoughts of the day, I want to remind you all to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Share, donate to the channel. We're $40 away from a daily, not goal, but like hitting a daily mark. Like in the last 30 days, it'll be the biggest. If we get $40 more in donation, it'll be the biggest day we've had in about 30 days in donations to the channel. So come on, $5. That's, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. If 8 of you, I had to count it with my dumb butt. But go ahead. If 8 people donated $5, 8 people donate $5 right now. Get us to $40. Let's go. Let's break that goal. Let's break that that goal. I don't want to say it was a goal. It was not my goal for the day to break it. But since we're there, let's break it. Come on. All right, Roach, final thought of the day, sir.
I just want to clarify that I supported Tua when I named my cat Tua.
Or one person donates 40. You're right, MCJB. Or one person donates 40.
And critiquing is not hatred.
You're right.
It appears to be hatred because people get so offended that it makes it funner to critique and be over dramatic about it. So, yeah, that's all I want to say.
That's it? Is that your only final thought of the day?
And yeah, be nice to somebody.
Not like people were today on the channel.
See, no, I was talking crap to Green Rat, but then I gave him, if I win, he gets my prize. That's nice.
No, that's not necessarily nice. That's I was wrong, so let me make it up to you.
Oh no, I don't think I was wrong at all.
With your dumb butt. You're such a dumb butt, Roach.
Dumb butt. Get out of here with your alien
dumb
weird
butt takes. Weird butt takes. Stephen B. Daniels, and the B is for butt face. Estefan. I'm sorry, I'm 5 years old all over again. I don't know why I think it's funny, but I do.
I don't know. I just think it's funny when the reason I reacted the way I did, I guess, is because when I see somebody take an argument, like a debate and he started doing personal stuff, it triggers me because when I talk about UFOs, ghosts, aliens, a lot of times people are debating science. And then they bring in, then all of a sudden when they can't do that, they settle for these personal attacks, whether questioning somebody's what they believe in or anything in their life, and they start attacking them personally. And it just takes away from the debate because it shows you have nothing of substance.
I think that's normally what you get in any argument or debate or conversation. When you start losing a debate, right? When you start losing an argument, for the most part, not everyone, but for the most part, they start saying, well, I don't want to lose this debate. So what can I do to get this person off their game? I can attack them personally.
Right. And then I wait for it. That's when I know I won. And then I just open up, but
for me, it's not that though. For me, it's a matter of, I love what I do. But like, I try not, like what happened between Green Rat and EM today, I feel like was inevitable between those two. So it's what it is, but I try not to have that. I try not to have that on my channel.
Yeah.
I try not to have that on my channel, but I love Green Rat and I love EM, both of them, just know I love both of you to the nth degree.
I do have a question though.
What's up?
Is there a significance to that sneaker on your wall?
No, it's just pink and aqua.
Okay. I didn't know if they were like a specialty sneaker from a game or autographs. I was like,
no. Those are pink and aqua.
They look cool.
Nikes. Yeah, I like them too. They're Miami colors.
Right.
I like the Miami aqua. I want to see the Dolphins get pink and aqua jerseys. That'd be fire. I'm just sorry, be fire.
During breast cancer week.
That'd be come on, bro. Pink and aqua jerseys. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah. We need what's the colors for testicular cancer. Do you know?
No, I don't know that. I don't know the colors for that.
Yeah, I want to know what colors those are, so I can start repping.
Testicular cancer support. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pink is for the
save the balls.
Save the balls. Save the Tajas. Save the balls. I like it. I'm all for it. Okay, dude. I loved having you on today. It was a lot of fun. Tell people to hit the like button and donate to tell them we're $40 away from hitting goal.
Hey, $40 away. That means 4 people donate 10. 40 people donate 1. 20 people.
And if somebody
2.
donates $50, I triple your entries on $5 per pop into the raffle tomorrow.
Right.
So I tell people, if you donate $50 or more, I go ahead and
I don't know if you know this. If they hit the like or dislike button, it still brings people in and it lets people know. It's the same effect. So,
Stephen D, stop giving idiot by continuing to mention him with my name, please. I love both of you all. That's all I need to say. I love both of y'all. I'm not bringing any of y'all back on here.
He's trying.
I know. I'm not going to do it. Y'all had y'all's piece and say I'm not.
Well, no, I hope to. My last thing. I hope Tua takes us to the Super Bowl this year, and if he does, I'm gonna congratulate him and be like, way to go. But if he sucks, I'm gonna say he sucks. So
that's where I'm at, and I feel like, but people are gonna be like, Steven, you're flip flopping. Back in May, you were all about supporting Tua and everything, man. Yeah. And
that's the thing. They think by critiquing you don't support, and that's the misinterpretation.
I know.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem, dude. You can't critique without being labeled as a hater.
Right.
All right. Well,
I appreciate it.
I love you, man. Be good.
Yep.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all today. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Today was it was good. It was a good panel. We had an all-star panel at one point. It was absolutely great. It's great. Color commentary, EM. Y'all are too funny. I'm just going to say for the record, EM, Dolphin fan, and Green Rat, I love you both. Y'all both been very supportive of my channel and my platform, and I support you both. Okay? Just know that, both of you. But aside from all that, I love everybody because I'm Mr. Spread Kindness. And I love everybody. I don't hate anybody. Except TD. I hate TD. Somebody mark that. TD is banned from my channel forever. Okay? Till tomorrow when TD comes on again. I love TD. I secretly love him. I'm sorry. Great show tonight at 7 p.m. I'll be live and you can come talk all the crap if you want. Guys, go see Color on the Finn's Tailgate. Go watch TD right now on TD's channel. Go hang out with him. We were $40 away from hitting our goal today. That's all right. We'll get it tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll get it. We'll get it back tomorrow. It'll be good. But y'all are the best fans in the world. I love talking to y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow on Spread Kindness Friday. We're not going to have any of that tomorrow. It's all going to be love and kindness and rainbows and sunshine tomorrow. We're not going to have Bon Joe being a hater. Yeah, I said it, Bon Joe. You were a hater today. Big hater with your dumb butt. Okay? All of you. No haters tomorrow. All spread kindness, positivity, and love tomorrow on my channel. Okay? Hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all the best fans in the world. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace! Somebody donate that last 40. Get us over the hump for the day.